92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Women like a man who's well-read.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody who's very knowledgeable about the classics, like the Green Lantern,
No.
X-Men,
No.
Superman, things like that.
Comic books?
Yeah, they love it. Jesse is on the phone with us right now, and he's having trouble getting a call back from a girl named Adrian. Apparently, he thinks that his love for comic books might have turned her off. We'll get into that in a second. Jesse, how are you?
I wish I was doing better.
I guess, otherwise you wouldn't be doing a second date update. So the girl who you want to call today, her name is Adrian?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us how you met her.
Well, we were both at a party like a month ago. She was gorgeous and seemed really cool. So we got to talking and we got to drinking. And before I left, I made sure I asked her out. And she said yes. And I asked her to come to my apartment because I wanted to cook her a meal.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, that was going to be your first date? Like, that's pretty intimate for a first date.
Well, I figured, we started talking about food and what she really liked. And then I mentioned that I like to cook. And it just kind of led from there.
That's awesome. So how did it go?
I thought it went pretty well. I make this really awesome chicken casserole. Like, it's my go-to dish.
Go-to dish?
A chicken
Are you
casserole?
Are you a good cook?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard any complaints. I like to cook. My mom taught me to cook, and I made this chicken casserole for her. I made cocktails. We had candles. Like, I pulled out all the stops.
So you made it romantic. When she walked in, she knew, like, this guy is
That
putting
she was
effort in.
About to get. Get it on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but...
Or just have a nice dinner.
Not to make it that obvious.
Did anything like that happen on your date?
No.
Oh.
No, I was kind of hoping, but I got a hug at the end of the night. I didn't even get a kiss.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh.
Did she linger for a long time after dinner, or was it like, all right, good chicken, I'm out?
Well, we talked after dinner, and that's kind of when the comic book thing comes up, because she kind of noticed a couple things around my apartment, and I also wear a Green Lantern ring, and so she kind of asked me like that. She was like, oh, that's really cool, what is that? And so I explained it to her. And
You wear it, hang on one second, Jesse. You wear a Green Lantern ring all the time?
Yeah,
Why?
because I like comic books, and I like... It's a long story, but, I mean, it has to do with Green Lantern and willpower, and, I mean, it's not the nerdiest thing in the world.
It's up there. It's close. It may not be quite the nerdiest, but it's definitely in top 5.
All right. Well, she didn't think it was the nerdiest thing in the world. I mean, she thought it was okay. So, and then I started showing her around my apartment, and then we get to what I affectionately call the Fortress of Solitude, where I have all of my collectibles and my comic books.
So you showed her your Fortress of Solitude and your comic book collection and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I take good care of that stuff, and it's all nice and mounted on walls and framed and all that good stuff. And
So it's put together. It's not like you're walking into a college dorm room where there's a bunch of comic books thrown around, some empty pizza boxes everywhere.
No. Like, I mean, I have shelves on the wall and signed books and things like that, and all
So-
that stuff, and everything's in cabinets. And
You're a legit enthusiast and a collector.
yeah, I mean, I've collected since I was a kid, so, I mean, it's definitely something I'm passionate about. So I figured she's going to find out sooner or later, and I'm not ashamed of it. So I show her the room, and she kind of got quiet. Like, I thought maybe, she's in awe of my collection. Kind of nodded a lot and just didn't seem that thrilled by it.
Really?
And then conversation got a little bit more strained after that.
How
Really?
so?
Oh, no.
Well, I mean, before, it was just, back and forth, oh, yeah, you like that? Oh, that's cool. And whereas then it just got kind of weird.
Yeah, sort of just putting the brakes on everything like Superman in a room full of kryptonite. Am I
Nice
right?
analogy, bro.
That's a good reference, yeah.
Why do you think that your comic book collection would have turned her off, though?
I mean, if I had just things thrown around or I was running around
Yeah.
in, like, Superman underwear, yeah, I guess that could be a thing. But it's something I'm passionate about. I take care of it, and I have a nice place. So that's the only thing I can think of that may have weirded her out.
I mean, I think that women appreciate a guy who definitely has interests, but if you take it to like an OCD level, or maybe she thinks you're immature.
Well, I mean, it's not like I play with the toys that are in there. I mean, they're all on shelves.
You do wear a Green Lantern ring.
Yeah, but I mean, it's legit jewelry. It's not like I'm wearing a plastic thing I got.
Okay.
It's legit jewelry.
So that's the only thing you can think of from your date, though, is that she might have been turned off by your love for comics.
Yeah, I mean, everything else seemed to go well. She liked the food I made. She enjoyed the wine and all that good stuff. So
how many times since your date have you tried to get a hold of her?
I've sent her text messages. I mean, and she'll kind of respond back with, like, how are you doing? Oh, I'm just really busy. But then when I mention, hey, let's hang out or let's get together, I get the silence.
Nothing back. I think that means she doesn't want to go out again. But I'm not a genius. I can't pick up on that stuff very well. That's why we'll play a song, we'll come back and call her and get your second date update, okay?
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Yep, just hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Look, in the oven. It's a cake. It's a pie.
What?
No, it's Captain Casserole. That's right. Able to chop faster than a magic bullet from QVC. More powerful than a ninja food processor. Able to peel a potato with a single slice. Captain Casserole. His food hits your plate and your pants hit the floor.
Get it, Captain
That's his
Casserole.
superpower.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Jesse is on the phone. Jesse is now better known as Captain Casserole. And why do I call him that? Because Jesse went out on a date with Adrian, and he made her his famous chicken casserole, he says. They ate it. They had a good time. But during that date, he showed her his comic book room. I guess he's a big collector of comic books, and he thinks that she might have been turned off by that because after he showed her that, the conversation seemed kind of forced, and then she left, and now she will only respond to him if he's like, hey, how are you? She'll respond to that, but every time he asks her out, she says she's busy. So we're about to get her on the phone and find out if it was the comic books that turned her off. You ready to go, Captain Casserole?
Yeah, I just want to know. I mean, that's all I can think of is that maybe it was my comic book.
Let's not forget you're also wearing a Green Lantern ring to top it all off.
I think it's cool. I don't think it's that big a deal.
Okay, cool. Well, we're going to get her on the phone and find out why she's not calling you back. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, Captain Casserole. I'm going to be your sidekick. Kid Dyson. Captain Casserole and Kid Dyson.
Dyson, huh?
Yeah. That's a brand of kitchen stuff, isn't it?
No, it's a vacuum cleaner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shows how well I know cooking. All right. I'm going to dial the phone right now. Hey, either way, we can get all the household stuff done. I'll still be Kid Dyson.
Yeah, you can cook, you can clean.
All right, here we go. Kid Souffle may be better. Kid
Cuisinart.
Souffle.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that's better.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Adrian, please?
Yes, this is she.
Adrian, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? Who is this?
Yeah, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show.
Oh, okay. What is this regarding?
This is regarding a date that you recently went on. We do I'll tell you what it is before you get too weirded out. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. You recently went out with a guy named Jesse, and he emailed us about you. So we're calling to find out why you're not calling Jesse back.
Well, this is really weird to be put on the spot like this.
I know, I understand. Do you not want to go out with him again?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Hey, I don't care. You're not saying no to me. You're saying no to him. Why don't you want to go out with him again, though?
So, I mean, I went over to his house for dinner, and he had talked himself up as this really great cook, like one of the best in his circle of friends or whatever. And
yeah, he told us the same thing. He said he was a pretty good cook, and he said that he made you his signature chicken casserole.
Yeah, first off, chicken casserole is not That's not a food. That's something you take to a potluck. That's something,
I was actually kind of thinking the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, it's a casserole. It's like a throw-to meal that you do when you're like a working mom.
See, I don't cook. I heard the word casserole and I was like, wow.
Fancy, right?
That sounds hard.
But, you got to give the guy a break. He's like a single dude, so.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
and I'm a huge foodie. But, if it's good, if it's delicious casserole, by all means, change my mind, prove it to me, But it was the worst thing I've ever tasted.
Really? It
Was
was
it
that
like-
bad?
Oh, no.
It was so bad, and he had talked it up so much.
He said that you ate it and seemed to like it.
Well, I was brought up in the Midwest. I have certain manners that I try to,
AKA, you're being
Yeah.
So you were being polite.
Yeah.
Was it like can of mushroom soup bad type of casserole?
Oh, it had to have cream of something soup.
Again, I'm not tracking with you guys because cream of anything soup sounds good to me.
No.
Sounds delicious.
No, that cream of mushroom soup that you get at the dollar store and you pull it out and it's like this gelatinous mass. Listen, my grandma used to make that.
Dude, that cream of mushroom soup. I love that stuff.
Okay, well, if you like it so much, fine. But personally, I would not give that slop to my dog.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, it sounds like he made a delicious meal to me, but I guess I don't get it. So is that the only reason then that you just didn't like his cooking?
It's one of my deal breakers. One of my priorities is that if I'm going to date someone, he needs to be able to cook. He needs to know how to cook for a woman. He needs to know how to set a table, present a meal.
All right.
Wow.
The comic book thing have anything to do with it? I know that you voiced your concerns about the food. He thought the reason you didn't want to go out with him was his big comic book collection.
Actually, we looked at that stuff after dinner, and I felt physically ill. So I was just trying to, keep it together.
It couldn't have been that bad.
Oh, no.
No, it was. And I don't understand how. I'm really worried because if that's his signature dish, right? And it's cold in the center. It hasn't even cooked all the way through. If that's his pride and joy, then what does everything else taste like? I'm completely terrified to think about that being inflicted on another woman.
I feel like the second date update has turned into a Yelp review.
Yeah.
And you're just destroying him.
It's like Food Network right now.
Yeah, well, one of his friends needs to sit him down because they've clearly let him think that he's good at this.
Well,
Whoa.
Adrian, I do have to tell you that you kind of have already told him because he's actually on the other line listening.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not. Jesse, you there?
You really didn't like it?
Oh my God.
I've made that for people and they love it. I don't understand.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Jesse, but they were just being nice to you because it tastes like trash.
Oh.
Wow.
That's disgusting. It's unconscionably disgusting.
Are you
Jesse, nobody's ever told you that your food is bad before? The way Adrian is describing it, it's the worst thing on the planet.
Nobody has even said anything remotely like this at all.
Dude, Jesse, she is being so mean to you. Even if your food is that bad, I don't know why you're still, even being nice to her at all.
Well, if she's right and my cooking's that bad, I can't fault her for being upset about it.
They could,
Nobody's told me this before.
Listen, someone needed to tell you and someone's told you, so you can move forward now, I guess. You need a class. You need a class.
You said class? I thought you said slap.
I heard that.
I thought you were like, you need a slap. I was like, you want to physically assault him, Adrian?
No. Maybe someone could, but no. Just take a class. If you like to cook, you can get better. I'm sure you can. You can't cook for another woman like that. You just can't. It's not right.
What if I just had an off night? I just wasn't up to snuff. Maybe you just didn't like that particular recipe. What if we have a do-over and I make you baked ziti?
Ooh.
No, absolutely not. No do-overs. No, if you can't cook a casserole to warmth in the center, that's basic cooking skills. That's common sense.
Adrian, you should be on one of those cooking shows as a judge.
Yeah.
You are perfect for it.
I just know good food, and I know what I like, and it's important to me.
Okay, well, at this point, I need to ask you anyway. Would you like to go on a second date with Jesse? We will pay for it.
The only way I would ever go out with Jesse again is if he took a cooking class and he completed it, and I viewed the certificate with my own two eyes.
Wow.
Well, why don't we take one together? Then you know firsthand that I've gotten better.
No, I'm not taking a class with you because I don't need it, frankly. You take the class, you show me the certificate, maybe we can talk. Maybe we can talk.
Whoa.
So I can call you after I take this class?
Oh, Jesse, come on.
Doing? Get a spine, man. Say no.
Yes, you can call me after you take a cooking class. We'll see.
Hey.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll go
Jesse.
take a cooking class.
Come on, man. Like, really? You're going to go take a whole class and everything and show her a certificate just to get a second date?
Well, she's made a lot of good points. I mean, nobody else has told me this. At least she's upfront and honest with me about it.
Yeah, but she doesn't care about like the time, the energy, the effort you put into the night.
I mean, if I'm that bad, then yeah, I mean, I guess she has a right to be upset.
Thank you. At least you're open to improvement. You know, like, if you want to be better, then that's something I can get on board with.
Well, there you go. I think this is kind of a successful second date update, sort of.
It's so weird.
I mean, they always say, like, in couples, hey, you guys should make each other better. Doesn't matter if you do it by just degrading the other person until they do it. And that's what Adrian just did for Jesse.
Oh, nice.
Thanks for your time, you guys.
Thanks for the help. And if you guys know of any good cooking class, let me know.
I'll have people text it in 78592. Where can Jesse find a good cooking class? Text message in at 78592. It says, I want to fight her. Talking, of course, about the girl from the second date update. If you missed it, this dude Jesse wanted to call this girl named Adrian. He made her his famous chicken casserole as a date. She didn't call him back and didn't want to go out with him again because he doesn't know how to cook, and he's an idiot. He needs to learn how to cook for a woman, and she was just horribly rude to him. Yeah. Other people texting in at 78592 say, forget cooking classes. Jesse needs to find his manhood first.
Yeah.
Because at the end of it, he's like, okay, I'll take cooking classes and learn to get better just for you, and then can we go out? And she's like, maybe. We can talk about it after you take a class and prove to me that you took a class.
I feel like it's just proof that guys want what they can't have. Or anyone. I mean, women too, right? Like, maybe that's the attraction. That's all I could possibly think of.
Or he just likes to be beat down. Just loves it.
Some dudes like that.
Yeah. Remember, the second date will be online shortly if you want to hear it again on moving925.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Probably the most important part of a first date is your first impression
Yeah.
and what you choose to do with it. I know for me, whenever I've gone out on dates, when I show up, I offer them to be blood buddies with me.
Whoa.
Put a little slit on my finger and I ask them to do the same, and we shake hands. That way I know that I can trust them. And
Yeah.
most women run in fear, but the occasional one sticks around and we have a great date.
Okay.
And Kenny, who's on the phone for a second date update today, also made a very bold move when he was starting his date. I'll let him tell you about it. What's up, Kenny? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing okay, guys. How are you doing?
Oh my
Not
God.
too bad. So did you swap blood with your first date?
Please say
It wasn't quite that intense.
Please just tell me there's no bodily fluids that were exchanged in the first meeting.
Well, I can't actually say that either.
Yeah. Why don't you tell, before we get into your date, tell everybody how you started your date. I thought that was the most interesting part of your email.
Well, we had been talking online for a couple of weeks, so I felt like I knew her. I felt comfortable with her. And this was just the first time we were meeting in person. So when I saw her, I was just thrilled, and she looked so amazing. I went up to her and I just planted one right on her lips.
Wait, you kissed her as the like you hadn't exchanged words person to
But it
person?
didn't say hi. Yeah, I just went. I was feeling bold, and I went for it.
Was it reciprocated or were you socked in the face?
she was a little surprised. Maybe I caught her off guard a little, but she was into it.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't like you had never talked, I guess. I mean,
Right, yeah. I mean, we had a great, rapport over the past couple of weeks, so,
God, Kenny, you are a sly dog.
sometimes you got to go for it.
Yeah.
sometimes you just got to do it. So how did the rest of the date go then?
The rest of the date was good. It was a little awkward when we first sat down. She kept bringing up the fact that I just kissed her right away. But
That's all I can think about. I'd be like, oh my God, what did you just do?
yeah, but I mean, I explained to her why I kissed her. She looked amazing. It was like, in the movies when like time stops, she just looked so gorgeous. I couldn't help myself. And, I told her that, and she seemed flattered by that. So it was good.
Okay, good. Yeah, because that could go one of two ways.
Yes.
And the other way, you definitely would not be continuing your date, so she must have liked it to actually sit down and have a meal with you.
Right, yeah. It was hit a home run or a strikeout kind of move. So.
And I guess, you got that piece out of the way, so I assume once you got past the first awkwardness, things were more relaxed?
Yeah, I think so. And we just talked. It was great. We talked for like an hour and a half, and we got into things like our family and like what our goals are in our careers and in our lives, well beyond the initial small talk type stuff. We had a great conversation. I had a great time.
If it was so great, then why do you think she doesn't want to go out with you again?
Yeah, that's that is a good question. Maybe the kiss was a little too much. And also, the date kind of had a weird ending to it.
It did?
Whoa.
It wasn't like make out central?
No, it wasn't rom-com quality.
No?
Oh.
So what was weird about the ending?
Well, so I walked her out to her car, like as you do, and I thought we had a great time. I was feeling good, feeling confident, and so I went in for another kiss to, bookend it.
Start with the kiss, end with the kiss. I like it.
And you probably weren't even nervous to go in for the second kiss because you had already
Done it?
kissed.
Yeah, we already done it once, had some practice. So I went in, and it was like the thing you don't want to happen as a guy happened. She literally put her hand over my face as I went in and just full on denied me.
Wow.
Wow.
To the point to where I thought it was a joke. I laughed it off. I was like, oh, that's cute. I was, we were still flirting. So I went back in for the kiss, and she did it again.
She's like, no, I am serious. Get your face out of my face. I'm not interested.
So, Kenny, I think you may have read a lot of this situation wrong if that happened at the end.
Yeah.
Did she say anything to you?
She was just like, I think we already got the make-out portion of the date over with.
Kenny,
Man.
is there a chance that you're not a very good kisser?
I'm asking myself a lot of tough questions right now.
I'm just saying, like, if she was into it at the beginning and then
Not
said
at the
that
end.
at the end.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I was a little out of practice, sure. Maybe it was a bad kiss. Maybe it was too much too soon.
Yeah.
And how many times have you tried to call her since then?
Oh, man, it's an embarrassing amount of times.
Oh, Kenny,
Really?
give us the honest answer.
I mean, the day after, I probably called her 3 times.
Whoa.
In the day.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
On one day?
I know. It was driving me crazy. To the point to where I texted her like 4 or 5 times as well, being like, what's going on?
You got 3 phone calls and 4 or 5 text messages.
And Facebook message.
Oh, no.
Kenny, aggressive, man.
Icing on top.
And now you're calling
Man.
us. Are you sure you want to do this? I mean, I think that she doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah, but I really like her. Like, it just felt so natural, and I felt so comfortable with her. Like, I really want to make this work. I really think I really care about this girl. I can't get my mind off of it or off of her.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
All right. Thank you, guys.
Okay, man. Hold on. Don't go kiss anybody while we're doing this. We'll be right back.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, I can honestly say I'm a little jealous right now. Yep.
How's that?
Kenny is on the phone to do a second date update. He went out with a girl named Dana, and now she's not calling him back. But he started his date with Dana by just kissing her. They had been chatting online for a while. He showed up as soon as he saw her. He went in for the kiss because he knew it'd be okay because they were both very flirty. She was surprised, but she liked it. But Kenny and I have talked for a while now. Why have we not kissed yet? That's how you do it, right?
we're still establishing trust.
I trust you. Kiss me real quick, Kenny. Come on. Just a little bit. Ready? I'll go first.
I don't hate you.
Are you going to join me, Kenny?
It's tempting.
Is it, though? Is it really tempting,
right,
Kenny?
Kenny,
You're a loud kisser.
Kenny, it does suck to get shut down. I know how you feel now since you got shut down at the end of your date by her. It sucks, man.
Yeah, thanks for your empathy.
Yeah, no problem. If you're just joining us, Kenny did do that. He kissed his date right away. And then at the end of the date, after they had dinner, he thought everything was going well, but he went in for a kiss. She stopped him and said something like, hey, we got the makeout session over with already, no making out. He thought she was joking, tried to go back in. She put her hand over his mouth and said no. And he has not heard from her since. He's tried to call her and text her and even Facebook message her a bunch, but hasn't heard a word. So we're going to call her right now. You ready, Kenny?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Hello.
Can I speak to Dana, please?
Hi, this is her.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry. Who is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry. From Broken what?
No, Brooke
It is
and
broken.
Jubal. Brooke and Jubal. It's a
Yeah.
radio show.
Okay. Why are you calling me from a radio show?
Well, I'm calling you because we got an email about you from one of our listeners.
An email?
Yeah, it's from a guy that you went out on a date with.
What? I'm sorry. I don't understand what's going on.
I know. You're not supposed to yet. I'll explain. So I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning, okay?
Okay.
And we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask what happened.
Okay.
So you went out on a date with a guy named Kenny.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I know that Kenny has tried to call you a bunch and sent you a bunch of text messages, and he also said he tried to Facebook you, but you haven't responded. So he enlisted our help to see if we could figure out what went wrong on your date.
Look, I really don't feel comfortable talking about my personal life on the air.
Okay, well, do you feel comfortable just telling us about Kenny? You don't have to go into too many details. Did you like him?
I mean, I definitely haven't not called him back, and I don't plan on it. Does that
Well,
answer your question?
We understand that you don't like him now, but did you like him at any point during your date?
No, not really.
Oh, yeah. I knew he read that whole thing wrong.
Was it because he kissed you as soon as you guys met in person?
How do you know that?
Well, we talked to Kenny.
You talked to Kenny?
Yeah, he sent us an email saying he really liked you and you're not calling him back. So we had a conversation with him, asked him his side of the story, and then we wanted to find out yours. Was the kiss too much at the beginning?
I mean, wouldn't it be weird to you to kind of have someone try to stick their tongue down your throat in the waiting area?
Not for me, no. Happens
of course not.
all the time. But again, that's my curse, and I wear it, and I embrace it.
Was
it would be strange.
Was he really that aggressive with the kiss? It wasn't just like a peck on the lips?
No, it was like full on. He grabbed me behind the neck and tried to go for a full on makeout session, and I was kind of freaking out because it was inappropriate. I mean, there were kids around and everything. I was just really uncomfortable.
He said that you kissed him back, though. Did you, or no?
I mean, I honestly didn't really even know what to do. I mean, this was the first time I'd ever met the guy, and here, within the first 10 seconds, he's already trying to make out with me.
God, I would have pushed him.
I thought about that, but I don't know. I didn't know what to do at the time.
He said that you guys continued, though, and went to dinner, and you seemed like you were enjoying yourself. Was that just an act, then?
Well, once we sat down to dinner, he explained, the reason why he kissed me right away was that he thought I was so beautiful, and I guess I thought it was kind of sweet, so I decided to, give him a chance, at least for the rest of dinner.
Okay, so you're giving him a second shot. Like, he was a little overeager, obviously.
Yeah, and so I guess I kind of forgave him.
Okay, and so did dinner not go as well as he thinks?
It started out okay. The conversation was okay at the beginning, and then there was this family next to us with this little baby, and he's like, hey, check out that baby. The baby's staring at us. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, as they do.
Babies, I know.
Yeah.
They're always like staring, and it's really rude.
They don't get uncomfortable. It's really strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then the baby was staring at us like,
Nonstop, which, I thought was kind of cute because that's what babies do. They stare around and they look at things.
Yeah.
But then he goes, watch this. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, what is he going to do? He's already tried to shove his tongue down my throat in the middle of the restaurant. So he flips the baby the bird.
What?
Oh, wow.
Did you just say he
flipped the baby off?
He flipped the baby off?
That's messed up.
Why did he flip the baby off?
I don't know.
And that is awful.
Did the parents see him flip their baby off?
No, thank God, no. But I was freaking out. I was like, oh, my God, is this person crazy? Like, what is wrong with him?
And flipping the bird is so aggressive, too.
Yeah, and he was laughing. Like, oh, my God, haha, this is so funny. The baby has no idea. And I didn't know what to do. Do I get up and leave? Do I sit and stay? I was horrified. Like, honestly, I was a little bit angry and a little bit, scared. Like, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
What do I do now?
He just told the baby to F off. What is this guy's limit?
I did not tell the baby to F off, okay?
What?
I just gave the baby the finger. Well, that's hilarious.
That's the same thing.
What?
Hey, Dana, that's Kenny. Yeah, Kenny was on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
God.
And now I guess he feels like he needs to defend himself.
I'm sorry.
Calm down, people. Just give me a chance, okay? You're making way too big of a deal out of this. I flipped the baby off. That's a joke. Do you not have a sense of humor? That's hilarious.
It's not funny.
Offensive.
What's the worst that could happen? Like, it's not like this baby's gonna subconsciously remember that it got flipped off at a restaurant when it was a baby.
What if the parents saw you? And then what?
They
And you're going
probably-
to have some dad kicking your butt in the restaurant?
No, they would probably laugh. I think that's hilarious if someone flipped off my baby.
What? Where do you hang out?
What?
I
My
hope
baby,
you never have children. What are you going to do, flip off your own kids?
the baby smiled. He thought it was funny.
Well, I don't think Dana thought it was as funny as you did, Kenny.
And that was the first date. I can't believe you would even do something. You don't even know my sense of humor, or me for that matter, so why would you even take the chance?
Oh, my God. Honestly, I've never met a single person in my entire life that didn't think flipping off a baby is funny. It's funny.
In your whole
You're
life.
hanging out with, you're crazy.
So wait, Kenny, are you going around flipping off lots of babies then? You're putting this to the trial is what it sounds like.
Going to nurseries.
Well,
Just...
Only the ones that are asking for it.
Only the ones.
No,
If you're
baby.
staring too long, you're getting flipped off in
looking
Kenny's
at me.
book.
No baby's asking for it, Kenny.
It was a joke, Dana. I was trying to make you laugh. That's it.
Well, flipping off babies is not the way to make me laugh. And honestly, I don't think there's one person in the world who would find that more offensive than I would.
Oh, no.
Dana, did you get flipped off as a baby and you're scarred because of it or something? Like,
Oh my
You
god.
see?
how are you so sensitive to this?
Honestly, out of all of you, do any of you think this is funny?
No. No, you boys, no.
It's
not
situational
funny,
for me.
dude.
Situational.
I'm in the middle.
Situational. First date, probably not funny to flip off a baby, but I guarantee you there are some moments where it is funny. Depends on the situation.
Don't fail on me.
I'm not bailing on you, Kenny.
Jubal, you're on my side.
I'm there with you. I just don't think it was the right situation for it. Hey, Dana, would you like to go out with Kenny again on a second date? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
No.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Kenny, but flipping the baby was one too many babies.
Oh, my God.
Seriously.
Grow up.
Grow up.
Wait, she's the one that needs to grow up, and you're the one flipping off small children.
I'm not flipping up small children, just babies.
All right.
I draw a line.
Well,
Oh my god.
Dana, thank you for your time. I appreciate you telling us why you didn't enjoy your date with Kenny.
Oh, my goodness. Good luck, Kenny. Bye.
And Kenny, now you know there's a time and a place for flipping off a baby, and a first date is not it.
Yeah, apparently you can kiss a stranger, but you can't flip off a baby in front of that stranger.
Oh wow.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 asking a very important question. What's worse, flipping off a baby or crop dusting a baby like I do?
What? Why are you doing that?
I'm going to go with flipping off because crop dusting probably doesn't faze a baby because they're kind of doing that to themselves
Smell it
all the time.
My good lord. This is what's wrong with our society.
They asked the question because of today's second date update, in case you missed it. Kenny wanted to call a girl named Dana. They went out on a date. He made a very bold move when they first got together. He just kissed her right away. Of course, they've been chatting online and flirty, so it wasn't like they didn't know each other. They both liked each other, so he thought he'd go for it. She kissed him back. She thought it was a little too much to do that right away, but whatever. She was cool with the date. Anyway, they were eating dinner, talking and stuff, and there was a baby at a couple tables over that wouldn't stop looking at them. You know how babies do. They stare. They're rude.
They're not rude.
They're very rude.
No.
Yeah. They haven't learned their
That's
manners
not what
yet,
it
not
is.
to stare at people. But anyway, he thought it would be funny if he flipped the baby off. So he did that and made a joke about it. She didn't find it funny at all, so she wasn't calling him back because she thought he was a horrible person who flips off babies.
Well, he is. That's the thing. I mean, he is. And the best part is he didn't apologize for it.
No, because he thought it was funny.
He never said, well, I'm sorry you were even offended. He never even took that apology route for
babies
it.
get flipped off.
He's
What's the deal?
Yeah. If you are a baby in my presence, you're getting the bird.
Dude, so
It's hilarious.
And he totally missed an opportunity. As a single guy out on a date, your opportunity to be like, hey, I'm great with kids. Let me show you. Make this baby laugh. I'll do a funny face.
That's a good setup for it. I'm great with kids. Let me show you. Then boom, flip the baby off. That makes the joke funnier. There's a lot of women texting in at 78592 though who like it. Like this one, it says, "Oh my God, I'm dying. I would date Kenny. That's hilarious. I love his sense of humor." And of course, there's also a lot of people offended saying baby should never be flipped off. It's very split. It's always very split down the text board on these second date updates.
I don't get what the joke is. The baby doesn't do anything, so then it gets the bird?
Yeah, kind of. Hey, baby. What are you staring at?
Stupid baby doesn't even know what it means.
You don't even get what I'm doing to you right now because you're dumb. You're a dumb baby and your brain isn't formed yet. And you haven't learned things, idiot.
That is some highbrow humor. You're right.
Yeah,
You're
that's where the comedy is.
God, man.
Text in 78592. Funny or not to flip off a baby? That's the topic of discussion right now. All right, remember, Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week is coming up in just a few minutes at 8:10.
Moving 92.5.
Every day we get emails and texts to our show from listeners commenting on the second date updates.
Oh, yeah, it's a big segment.
They're saying things like, "That guy was a total jerk. I hope he falls down an escalator, breaks his face."
Some of them, yeah.
Or, "That girl sounded hot. Give her my number. I'll show her how a real man sews a sweater."
Is it all the same guy?
Yeah, it's that one dude.
Okay,
He texts in 20 times a day.
Yeah.
But
I feel like his name's Randy.
yeah, a lot of the times, though, our listeners just want to know what happened after a couple agreed to go out again.
Yeah, even I do. We don't get updates that often.
You want to know, are they still together? Did they break up?
Right.
Well, today we have an update from two people who were on with us a few months ago. You might remember their names are Lori and Jarm.
Oh my gosh.
That's right.
How could you not forget Jarm?
That's an awesome name.
We paid for them to go out on another date. So we're going to play their original second date update. And then immediately after, we'll find out where their relationship is today.
Dude, this guy is infamous to me.
It's the return of Jarm in your second date update right after this.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
We got an email from one of our listeners who said he wants to apologize to us in advance for what's about to happen in today's call.
Oh, no.
That's not good.
I don't know what he did yet, but he's on the phone with us, and his name, tell me if I'm getting this right, is it Jarm?
Jarm, yeah.
Wow, I feel like you need to apologize for making fun of his name already, Jeffrey.
Well, I just want to make sure it's a
like...
unique name.
Yeah.
Is it short for Jarmangelo?
What?
It's actually just short for Jarmond.
Okay.
Jarmond.
That's a cool name.
Jarmon. Jarm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's move past
So,
the name.
Jarm, you said you wanted to apologize to us in your email, so go ahead.
Go ahead. What?
Oh, yeah, so I wanted to apologize in advance, but...
We do not accept.
Oh.
Let the man talk. What are you
I'm kidding, Jarm.
You're
What is it?
apologizing to us or to your date?
I'm apologizing to you.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, because I'm a fan of the show, and I listen to you guys. I listen to the second date updates all the time.
Oh, we hate that. You're right. I mean, that's not why we do this at all.
Well, so the thing is that I hear people talk about crazy things that they do on their dates, and none of that happened with me. So that's what I would like to apologize for.
Oh, Jarm, dude.
How dare you?
You're apologizing for calling us with a boring story?
Yeah, I would like your help, but it really was just a regular old boring date.
Okay.
Really? I haven't had
That's
one-
all right, Jarm. Why don't you tell us the name of the girl that you want us to call?
Her name is Lori.
Okay. Where'd you meet her?
We met on a dating app,
All right.
which I also got from the show. You guys are always talking about that's a great way to meet people.
Yeah.
I feel like it's already going to turn out bad if you're taking dating advice from us. But continue, Jarm.
What did you and Lori do?
Well, I posted a picture, and I know cool people call it a pic, but she was the only person who matched with me.
Charles, go get down on yourself, dude. Sorry.
We think you're cool, man.
Yeah, you seem great.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We met at a restaurant, to be safe. We had dinner. We
Yes.
talked, and it was over.
Okay. And what were the highlights there, Jarm?
We need a little bit more detail, maybe.
I guess that's the problem, because I pretty much just told you the highlights.
Okay.
Really?
So, the best thing that happened is that you went to dinner and talked.
Well, there was one possible thrilling moment.
Oh.
Okay.
Do tell.
I did try to tell her some elephant jokes to lighten the mood.
Oh. Can we hear
Yeah.
one? Try out
I
the
don't-
material on us?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can tell you one. Okay, so once some hunters were after an elephant,
Uh-huh.
and the elephant didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So he met his friend Ant on the road,
Uh-huh.
and he told Ant this problem that he had.
Yeah.
And Ant said, "Don't worry, just hide behind me." You get it, because he's small. Well, the ant is small.
Right.
Right.
That's not going to work very
No.
well. Yeah.
So, Jarm, did she crack up like we are?
Yeah.
Well, not real. I did try a few more, but I kind of gave up in the middle of my fourth one.
Okay.
Ooh.
She didn't seem to get it.
Yeah. I
No,
don't,
you can't expect all these people that you date to get the highbrow elephant humor.
I would say, if she's not laughing after the first one, I wouldn't go to the fourth. But,
But Jarm's an optimist.
yeah. What was the date like at the end, Jarm?
We just said goodnight. We shook hands, and that was it.
Oh, no. Shook
Yeah.
hands. Are you going to be upset if that's the problem, Jarm? If she was just too bored on the date?
I mean, I guess I wouldn't find it that out of the ordinary for me. I mean, I'm not an exciting person.
Oh, Jarm.
Buddy.
No, I'm not. I mean, it's not something that I struggle with. I've accepted it. I'm a pretty boring dude.
Oh, man.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's
Jarm,
what you like.
we're not going to let you be boring, okay? We're going to pull through for you.
Yeah, and this is pretty exciting that you're doing this.
Look at you. You're on the radio.
You're stepping out of your comfort zone there, Jarm.
Yeah, and I've heard you guys work miracles before, and considering she's the only person I matched up with, I thought maybe you could work your magic here.
Okay.
We got this, Jarm. We're going to pull a miracle for you right now. We're going to play a song, come back, call Lori, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Let me hear you be really excited about it, Jarm.
Yeah.
I am. I am very excited.
All right, well, we'll play a song and do it after this. When he goes on a hot date, he's home and in bed by 8 p.m.
Oh, yes, he is. Tell me more.
His go-to romantic move is to comment on the cleanliness of your silverware.
Ooh.
When he tells an elephant joke, he tells 4 of them all in a row. He's the least boring man in the world.
Yes.
And his name is Jarm.
Jarm.
Jarm, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
There he is.
There's that intro for you, Jarm.
Jarm went out with a girl named Lori, and he's worried he may have been a little bit too boring on his date. But Jarm, I don't believe you're boring. I think there's something in your life that you're passionate about. We just don't know it yet.
Oh, when I was 14, I had a stamp collection.
Oh.
Ooh.
I also had a stamp collection, Jarm.
We also had a sick cat that peed on the stamp collection, so
Ooh, bad
Yeah.
memories.
Okay.
You are interesting, Jarm. I love you. And we never asked you this. Have you actually tried reaching out to Lori yet, or is this the first time?
I have. She hasn't responded.
Okay. And what did you like about her?
Well, I like that we matched.
Okay.
On the app?
All right. The app match. You're the only one that... Oh, all
Well,
right.
they both find each other attractive. That's a good start.
They sound perfect to me.
Yeah.
Well, technically, she never said that she thought I was attractive, but I can verify that I think she is.
All right. Verified.
All right, confirmed.
All right, Jarm. I feel like we're gonna get the female version of you on the phone here in about
hope.
30 seconds.
So much.
Let's find out, okay? We're going to call Lori for you right now. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Are you amped up?
My palms are a little sweaty, but please, yeah, help me.
Okay.
All right.
Call the number.
All right, I'm going to dial the number right now. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Lori, please?
this is she.
Hey, Lori, how you doing? This is young Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, you sound like you listen.
Well, it's so funny because I just talked about this show the other night.
Oh, what complaint blog were you on this time?
No, I was talking about it with a date who I'm now like suspicious might be actually the one initiating this call.
Dude, you're good.
Really?
You
Wait
are
a minute.
good, Lori.
What's the name of your date?
Jarm, did he ask you guys to call me?
It is Jarm.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
So, wait, you guys were talking about us?
we were, yeah.
Was it a fun conversation for you?
I mean, he brought it up, the show, that it's like something he listens to and likes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were just kind of talking about it. And I've definitely heard the show before, but it sounds like he listens a lot.
Okay.
So is that why you're not calling him back? Because he listens to this show?
And he must be a terrible person.
I wouldn't either.
No, not at all.
Jarm told us a little bit about your date, and he really likes you, and he's caught on to the fact that you're not responding to him anymore. He wants to know the reason why.
I mean, it's not that I'm not responding. I just needed a little bit of time.
That
wait,
means you're not responding.
No, wait. That means that you had actually thought about going out with him again.
Listen, the date was fun. He's like really cute. He's got this kind of funny Michael Cera vibe thing going on.
That's exactly his vibe.
Oh my God, I could totally see that.
That's a great
Yeah.
analogy, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, he was worried that he was too boring for you. And it wasn't like a negative thing. He knows fully, very self-aware of his boring level.
I think it's funny. I like his sort of his personality and his bluntness. It's just, I just was having some kind of trouble processing this weird thing that happened.
Uh-oh.
What weird thing?
I don't know if he told you guys that he was telling some jokes at the table.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Elephant jokes.
Mhm.
We heard the one about the ant.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. We didn't get the other three that he told you, but we heard the ant one.
Yeah, well, I didn't love them.
Because they weren't very funny. Is that why?
No. It's not that I don't think he's funny. It's just he couldn't have known. But I actually have some history with elephants.
Oh my
Your
God.
ex is an elephant?
No, but my uncle was actually just on a safari last year, and there was a pretty bad accident with an elephant.
Whoa.
Oh no. What
Yeah,
are the
and like the
odds?
first elephant joke he made, I tried to kind of like avoid it, not really laugh at it, and just move on from it. But he kept telling
Oh no.
these elephant jokes.
Oh my
kept
God.
trying to
How
make
would
him laugh.
anyone know, though?
Yeah. Did you tell him that you had an uncle that had a run-in with an elephant?
This sounds like a joke in and of itself. I mean, I know it's not because you're being honest, Lori.
I know it sounds crazy, but like honestly, it was really traumatic, and I'm like really still not ready to talk about it, and I definitely didn't want to talk about it on a first date. And I know it sounds crazy, but my uncle was really hurt. I mean, he's like, still recovering.
Oh no.
Well, I feel like maybe Jarm should know why you were
Yeah.
not laughing and why you were turned off by that. Like, you never told that to him?
I didn't. You're right. I just wasn't really ready to talk about it.
Don't you think he has a right to know, though, that that's why?
I mean, eventually, yeah.
You
yeah,
think she just
I
don't
guess.
like him?
Yeah.
Everything else was fine. It's just that one thing kept happening, you know?
Yeah, well, more is about to happen because Jarm is actually on the phone and he's been listening this whole time.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he heard. And he really wants to talk with you. Jarm?
Wait, what? Hold on. This is happening right now?
Yeah.
He's been listening.
Sorry.
Oh,
Lori,
wow.
I just want to say how sorry I am. I had no idea.
Hey, Jarm. Wow.
Hi.
Sorry, this is like, I'm just a little caught off guard. I wasn't really ready for this.
If you don't mind me asking, Was it an Indian elephant or an African bush elephant?
What? Why?
It's not important, Jarm.
It doesn't matter.
I actually honestly don't even know. It's kind of besides the point, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, Lori, I'm really sorry.
Thank you.
Can I just ask, was it a kick or a trampoline?
No, Jarm. Stop trying to figure out about the elephant attack.
Jarm, it really doesn't matter what kind of elephant was or how the accident happened. I really don't want to keep rehashing this.
Yeah, Jarm, this isn't like Elephant CSI. We don't need to get to the bottom of this case. We're trying to get back to the date.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe, Jarm, you should concentrate on the fact that she actually really liked you.
Maybe say something nice to Lori about how you felt about her.
Good job, Jeffrey.
Lori, I think you are beautiful, and I really enjoyed talking with you. And, you know, if elephants are...
No. Get off the elephants. Go with something else. Try something else.
Oh my God, there's literally like an elephant in the room, and it's like, it really means it this time.
What I was going to say is if elephants are a problem, we don't have to ever talk about elephants again.
Okay, that's insinuated, right?
I think that's for the best.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm just not yet, you know? It's still really, really fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand that. And in the meantime, if you wouldn't mind letting me know if anyone in your family had any sort of traumatic experience with zebras, because I do know a lot about that species.
Hey, that is a good question, Jarm.
Ask her for
Yeah.
your joke.
Yep.
Zebras are safe, Jarm. Zebras are safe.
All right.
Oh, man, watch out.
Okay, well, I'm sensing some positivity here. So with that in mind, we would like to offer to send you and Jarm out on a date, and we'll pay for it. Jarm will not make any elephant jokes.
I can't wait to hear the zebra jokes.
Ooh,
So that's a yes? Is that a
I
yes?
didn't say that I know zebra jokes. I just said that I know a lot about the species, but so I'll have to look up some zebra jokes, but I'm prepared.
Okay, well, there you go. He can give you a PowerPoint presentation on the origins of zebras and then throw in a joke. Would you like to sign up for that? We'll pay for it.
Sign me up. I can't wait to see the PowerPoint presentation.
Oh my God, it's a date! I don't know why I'm so shocked. I'm sorry, Jarm. I don't mean to be so shocked, but holy hell.
Let's do it.
No, I'm thrilled. Hooray.
We're thrilled for you, Jarm.
Hooray.
Congratulations.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
You just heard a second date update from a few months ago, and we actually have the couple back on the phone with us.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Jarm and Lori, welcome back.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
Oh, that's a happy voice.
Where's
Jarm,
Jarm?
are you there?
I am here, and I am also happy.
Yeah, Jarn's
Sounds
back.
like it.
Okay, what does that mean?
How's things been since you guys were on the show with us a few months ago?
They've been pretty good. It's been nice. You know, it was kind of tough at first. Definitely caught a lot of flack from friends and family for dating a guy that put me on air.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what was the second date like?
We went to dinner.
Uh-huh.
I want you guys to know that I took your advice, and I started the second date off with a zebra joke.
Oh.
No,
You want to hear it?
we said don't
Yeah,
do
no.
any animal jokes.
I want to hear the joke.
Okay, what's the joke?
Jarm. Oh, God.
You want to hear it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
might as well.
Okay. Why aren't zebras fans of coloring books?
Why?
They don't like having to stay in between the lions.
Lions. Oh. Okay, I don't know if that was worth it, Jarm.
Nice.
I think that got Lori into the bedroom with that one.
I don't know about all that.
Okay.
So
All
wait,
right.
has there been more dates since then? Are you guys like a couple?
We've actually been on 4 dates since the second date, so that would make six dates.
Wow.
Wow, okay.
So what are you thinking, Lori? Where's your status at?
I mean, he's exactly right. Definitely no titles yet. We are
Okay.
just taking it slow, and
right.
you know, yeah, it's going good. But
So you're not official.
Well, we're not official, but we have kissed a few times,
Oh.
and you know, I don't want to kiss and tell, but we did kiss. And
Okay,
literally
that's
I am-
exactly.
oh my God, okay, now my parents are definitely going to give me even more.
But no, we only kiss. We haven't gone all the way. It's just kiss.
Okay, good. We don't need to know
Oh my
that.
God,
Thank you.
Jarm, shut it. Okay.
Oh my God. I feel like Jarm's going to call us in a couple months and be like, yeah.
Yeah. He's going to forward us some pics. He's like, Lori just sent me these. It's going really great.
Oh my God. No, but seriously, we're so happy for you guys. That
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
This is awesome, man.
So you're planning to keep going on dates?
Yeah, and actually, I was wondering if you guys had any suggestions for another date idea, because I was thinking it might be nice, just in exchange for us giving you this update, if you guys could pay for it like you did last time.
Oh.
And just like in exchange.
So
okay, so you want to get paid for calling us?
No, not paid. Just that maybe you would pay for the date.
Okay.
You guys
All
are
right. We can send you out again. What do we have gift cards for right now?
We have tons of stuff.
We'll find something back in the promotions desk.
Yeah, we'll talk to them.
Let's see. What do you guys want to go see, like an improv show? We have some passes for one of those.
Oh.
Do you have anything else?
Oh my God, no. Improv is fine. That sounds amazing. Improv is great, Jarm. Great.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I guess we'll take that then.
See, hey, he's already a good guy. He's like letting her take the lead.
All right, Jarm. We'll send you the passes. Keep us updated on how your relationship's going. All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right. We appreciate talking to you.
It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Brooke and Jubal's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
You know how the Awkward Tuesday phone call works. If you're having an issue or a problem with somebody in your life and you want to confront them, don't do it personally. Do it on our show in an Awkward Tuesday phone call. We'll give you our advice as long as you make an awkward phone call in exchange. Alba is on the phone right now, and she wants to call her boyfriend and talk to him about something because she feels like weird stuff has been going on at her house when she's not home, and she has no idea what it is, and she wants to confront him. What do you mean by weird stuff, Alba? Do you mean ghosts and things like that?
No ghosts. Strange things have just been happening around the house while I've been gone. Basically just clothing items missing, but the most alarming one was that just yesterday I found a woman's shoe in my closet.
Like not your shoe? Like
not my shoe.
Yeah, I would hope it wouldn't be your shoes. You're like, women's shoes in the closet. There's all kinds of them. Yeah. So you found a shoe that didn't belong to you in your closet?
Correct.
What kind of shoe is it?
It's a high-heeled red shoe.
Of course.
Sounds
that
nice.
is so stereotypical, too.
Isn't it?
I know.
All right,
that's I think it maybe could be a joke.
That's understandable. I mean, if you find a random shoe that isn't yours, that's a little suspect.
See what I mean?
And you said you live with your boyfriend, right?
I do.
Has there been like a girlfriend over at your house, or you guys had a party and it was a drunk night and somehow a shoe got left behind?
I mean, we have friends over, and surely, both of our friends have been over, but it's one shoe, and it's in my closet upstairs in the house.
I've had that happen to me before.
What?
Random women's shoes in your closet?
Yeah, and it was because I was cheating at the time.
Stop it. Don't do that.
Come on, dude.
It's the truth.
How does a person leave one shoe in a house?
That's what I said.
They left the house with one shoe?
Imagine my surprise when there was a shoe there that wasn't supposed to be there. Is that what do you think that he's cheating on you?
I mean, I don't know.
So you're wondering where this shoe came from?
I am.
Where do you think it came from?
I have absolutely no idea.
Have you asked your boyfriend about it?
Not about the shoe.
Okay, so you've asked him about other things?
Yes.
Like what?
Like some of my clothes have gone missing that I can't find them. I don't know where they are. Things hung up differently than I hung them up.
What does he say when you ask him about this stuff?
He says he has no idea what I'm talking about.
And you're sure you're just not like forgetting, like leaving them at the dry cleaner or putting them in your gym bag?
Well, that would all be well and good, but this shoe is not mine.
Yeah, that's weird.
You know what I mean?
So you want to call him today and ask him if he knows where the shoe came from?
Yeah.
It sounds like the shoe stresses you out.
Wouldn't it stress you out?
Yeah, a little bit.
It would stress anybody out to find a random shoe in their closet that didn't belong to them, I think.
Well, yeah, and the thing is that, I think my boyfriend knows something. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure, but he knows something, and he's not telling me, and I just think it's bizarre.
Like what do you think he knows?
What is happening? I mean, it makes me feel like maybe he's cheating, or, I don't want that to be true. I've never thought that before, but I'd like to ask him about it and see if he can explain it.
How long have you guys been together?
5 years.
And have you had infidelity issues before?
Not that I'm aware of.
How long have you lived together?
3.
3 years.
That's
okay,
a long
and this
time.
is the first time weird stuff has happened?
I mean, weird stuff has happened before, but not like this.
I don't want to know about that other weird stuff, Alba. This is not what the phone call is about. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, give you our advice, and then you can call your boyfriend and ask him about the shoe.
Okay.
All right, hang on.
Thank you.
It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Brooke and Jubal's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
If you're just tuning in for today's Awkward Tuesday phone call, Alba is on the phone with us. She wants to confront her boyfriend today because she said weird stuff has been going on in her house, and the other day she actually found a random woman's shoe in her closet which didn't belong to her. So her first instinct is, the guy's probably cheating. Kind of makes sense. Why else would there be a random shoe in there? Alba, before you make your phone call to your boyfriend, we always give you advice. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. My advice to you, before you make this phone call, gather up all of his belongings.
Oh, no.
Put it on your front lawn. Douse it in gas. And then just stand there and tell him what you're doing when you get him on the phone. It creates urgency, you know, like, hey, where'd that shoe come from? If you don't tell me the truth, I'm going to light your stuff on fire. And by the way, if you're cheating, I'm still going to light it on fire.
I can't do that.
Yeah, good.
I think it's a great
Thank
idea.
you. Good.
Or you can just start throwing his stuff out the window. Either way, you got to let him know you mean business here.
Well, I tell you what, depending on his answer, I may do both.
Oh, I think you guys have been together for 5 years. The last thing you want to do is go into this and start accusing him of big things like cheating.
I know, but just picture for yourself opening your closet and finding a red shoe.
I think the best way to do it is to not, like Brooke said, don't accuse him.
I won't.
Let him hang himself if he is. Because if he doesn't have an answer or if he starts to over-explain, then he's lying about something.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to dial the phone number, let you make your Awkward Tuesday phone call, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, babe.
Hey, what number is this?
Oh, it's one of the other numbers from work. I know. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Do you have a second to talk? Something's been bothering me, and I just wanted to ask you. I found something in the house yesterday. And
Okay,
I want to ask you about it.
What did you find?
I found a woman's shoe in my closet.
Okay.
Okay, well, it's not mine. Is there something going on? Please, just tell me if something's happening.
I really don't know what
Hey.
you're talking about. I mean, what woman's shoe did you find in your closet?
I was looking in my closet the other day, and I found a random shoe in my closet. It's not mine, and I'm wondering if you know anything about this. Oh, my gosh.
Of course I don't know anything about a random shoe in your closet.
What's with the long pause? Just tell me if something's happening.
How many shoes do you have in your closet?
A lot, and they all come in pairs.
Okay, so I really don't understand. I don't understand what you're asking me.
I'm asking you if you know something about a red stiletto heel in my closet. This is freaking me out. You know something and you're not telling me.
What is it that you think I know?
I think you brought home a one-legged hooker. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't mean I get that you're serious about this, but you think I brought home a one-legged hooker?
Obviously, I'm joking, but tell me what's up with the shoe.
Why would you think I would know anything about this?
Well, we are the only two people living in that house.
Well, yes, that's true. But why do you... Oh, boy.
Babe, you're freaking me out.
What?
Babe, I'm just going to ask this one time. Are you cheating on me? Seriously.
No, of course I'm not cheating on you. Why would... Oh.
Then where did the shoe come from?
Can we just not talk about this?
we're talking
Come
about
home
that. We're
after
done.
work, and I'll sit down. I'll explain everything to you, okay?
If you don't tell me about the shoe, I'm not coming home. I'm
Alba,
telling
come on.
you.
Listen, okay? It's nothing like that. I'm not cheating on you. It's nothing like that. Have a little faith. It's nothing
So
like
what's
that.
up with the shoe?
I don't want to discuss it over the phone. You're at work. I don't want to discuss it.
Tell me what's going on now.
Okay, Okay, fine. All right, you want to know? Fine.
Yes.
When you come home tonight, okay, I'll explain everything to you, and I'll show you all of the pictures of me in your clothes. Okay?
What?
Awkward.
Whoa. Did he just say that?
What was that?
Hey, Brandon, how you doing? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How you doing?
What's going on?
Your girlfriend Alba wanted to call you in a segment we do called the Awkward Tuesday phone call. It's where if you have an issue with somebody, they email us, ask for some advice, and then we have them call that person on the air with us.
So, I just said that on the radio?
Yes, you did.
It's okay, though. It's okay.
Babe, why are you wearing my clothes? What pictures are you even talking about?
Yeah, I think that's a very important question.
Alba, this is so embarrassing. I wanted this to be a surprise.
Definitely that.
I'm sure she's probably surprised, Brandon.
Yeah, I am surprised. Why are you wearing my clothes and taking pictures?
Okay. What's in 3.5 weeks?
Big drag show you're getting ready for?
Which is fine. It's good. We support that.
I've performed in drag many times. I think it's awesome.
This is a safe place.
Alba, 3.5
What's our
weeks.
anniversary?
3.5 weeks. Yes, our anniversary. And for our anniversary, as a joke, I was making you a calendar dressed in your clothes.
Oh my God.
Are you serious?
That's amazing.
No way.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. And you know the red shoe?
Yes.
Well, Steve's wife has a foot that's almost the same size as mine. Fit me.
So you borrowed shoes from your buddy's wife so you could take pictures in your own wife's clothing?
Well, the shoes were his idea because he was taking the pictures for me.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Tell me red shoe is February. Give me February.
Oh, of course they are. With a rose and,
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. Come on home. I'll show you the pictures. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh.
Thanks
that's
for ruining
absolutely
what I
amazing.
thought would be a really funny gag on our anniversary.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
You feel like an ass, don't you, Alba?
I do. Babe, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry.
Well, I understand why you were freaking out, and it was stupid of me to leave that stupid shoe there.
Oh, man.
But it's all my fault. But come on, have a little more faith in me, will you?
I do. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
You guys are adorable.
Brandon, I kind of don't believe you. I need to see these pictures first before I believe you, because right now, in my mind, you're still cheating.
Oh,
Don't see that.
yeah. I've got a few pictures for you, but they aren't the ones you wanted.
I would love to have that calendar here for work.
Are you almost done with the calendar of you and your wife's clothing? Is it almost finished?
Yes, actually, the red shoes were the last picture.
Oh, last little piece.
I don't know if I would be excited, Alba, or if I'd be pissed that he can fit in your clothes.
Well, I don't know. It depends what your definition of fit is. I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, you haven't seen the pictures yet. You don't really know how well
I'll
he's...
tell you one thing. I know who looks better in them, and it's definitely not me.
Oh, okay.
Well, there you go, Alba.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
That turned out to be a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, I do agree.
Started off thinking your boyfriend was cheating, and he's not doing that at all. He's just dressing in your clothes when you're not home.
Well, I mean, who would have guessed?
Whoever thought that would be a win, huh?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Not many people know this, but one of my biggest regrets in life was that I didn't do theater.
Really?
Like when I was in high school and stuff.
I
Yeah.
feel like you would just bully theater kids.
Well, I would have a little bit, but everybody also knows that theater girls are freaks.
What?
And I could have been getting lucky left and right in high school if I would have gotten into drama. But sadly, I didn't, so I'll never know that experience firsthand. It's always a regret of mine. If I ever do have a kid, I'll tell them get in theater so you can get lucky.
I did theater for 4 years, and I think your stereotype is off.
Speaking of theater freaks, we got one on the phone right now. Her name is Jenna, and she wants to do a second date update. What's up, Jenna, you animal?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
He's not really spot on with that, is he, Jenna?
No, we're just normal people doing normal things.
Right, Jenna, I read your email, and you hooked up with the dude that you want to call today after your first date, so...
Yeah, I think calling it a date is maybe a little strong, to be honest.
So you hooked up with a dude you weren't even going out on a date with. Case proved.
Wow.
Game, set, match, Jenna.
She a freak, bro.
I mean, theater people don't really date. Like, we don't have time. We kind of just, you meet people that you work with, and then you know, do things, and it goes somewhere or it doesn't.
Okay.
And
Okay, you're all about feeling and passion.
yeah, and drinking and sensuality
And that is why I say I regret that I never went into drama. All right, Jenna, so tell us a little bit about the guy that you want to call today. What's his name?
His name is Brandon.
Brandon, and where did you meet Brandon?
We just got done doing a show together. He's an actor, and I'm an actor.
Okay.
And, you know, it's really kind of uncool. Like, you never want to hook up. It's bad news bears to, like, hook up with someone while you're doing the show. But then, you know, we've just been flirting all through rehearsal and performances. And he's hilarious. He's incredibly talented.
So wait,
which is really sexy.
Are you just saying that the rap party at the end of any run is your time to get it on with whoever you've been dreaming about the entire time you've been doing the play?
Yeah, it's that time where that, like, taboo, which not everybody follows against, like, you know, sleeping with someone that you've been working with, it's, like, over because you're not working together anymore.
So you can do it. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So thank you for confirming
You were so right.
my dream.
Sorry.
Yes, I mean, there is a reason for that stereotype, I guess, but yeah.
Okay.
So how did everything go down with Brandon then?
It was good. I mean, we had all this tension build up through the show, and then at the party, we just, like, let it all hang out. We got super wasted. We made out, like, in front of everyone in a corner like we were in high school. I mean,
Nice.
It was embarrassing, but also, like, who cares?
Okay. And how drunk were you? Were you guys pretty hammered?
We were pretty hammered. I mean, I remember everything, but but yeah, we were drunk. We were drunk enough to be, you know, 30-year-olds making out at a party, which is pretty drunk and embarrassing.
Yeah. So did you go back to his place or he come to yours?
I went back to his place, but first he was like, let's grab food, and I'm like, no, let's just do it. And
I perform better on an empty stomach.
I don't want to sober up and start to think about this stuff.
I mean, but we were so, like, I was really, really hungry, and we were so hammered that we ended up going for fondue.
That seems like a really bad drunk food to me.
It was terrible. We were drunk and loud and covered in cheese and just having the best time, but everyone in that restaurant hated us.
Oh,
yeah.
It sounds like an awesome date, though.
Uh-huh.
It was. Like, it was so much fun. Like, I knew he was fun, but this was, like, some next level fun.
Right.
And so did you go straight to his place after the fondue?
Yeah, we went back to his place.
Okay, and can I ask details about that, or is that too...
I feel like you're pretty open. You should share something.
It's true. I guess I just, like, don't really know what I can say on the radio. Yeah, no, it was great.
You ended that one covered in cheese. Everybody was annoyed. Same situation as the fondue restaurant.
We just, like, had our cheese, greasy bodies, like, rubbing up against each other. No.
I mean, the most important part of all of it is what it was like the morning after.
I didn't really get to talk to him the morning after because I was late for my day job. So I didn't want to wake him up or anything because it was super early.
Yeah.
So I just had to sneak out, which I didn't worry about it too much.
Right.
And I just, like, sent him a text. I was like, hey, I had to go. But now I've been texting him. It's been like a week, and I'm used to seeing him every day because of the show, and he's just sent me like one-word answers to my questions, and I have no idea what happened.
Right, because now you're missing a friend, and you're missing out on someone that you sound like you really like.
I do like him. It was an incredible night, and I think I want to see him. Like, I would consider him relationship material, you know?
Wow. That's a big statement coming from a theater girl. We know how you guys look at relationships.
It is.
Yeah, she's like, you're
Not even
right.
arguing with it, yeah.
Absolutely. You're right again, Jubal.
I don't know. I feel like I made a mistake.
All right, well, we'll find out for you. We'll play a song, come back, and then we'll call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Enter Jubal, stage right. Hey, Mr. Johnson. The grass is looking good today.
Oh my gosh.
You going to spend some time out there? Oh, I'm doing fine. What am I going to be doing today? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because today is a special day, Mr. Johnson.
It is?
We're going to find a date for Jenna. She's not getting a call back from Brandon. We're gonna call him and ask him why. Why would he go out and then blow her off? Cause that's not cool. You over there, you upstairs, you down the block. Are you excited? We're all excited for today's second date as we march down the street and we sing hip hooray.
Hip hooray!
Let's see if Jenna can get a call back and go out with Brandon one more time.
Yes! Second date the musical. I love it.
Thank you.
Jubal, great performance.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
I'm just happy to be part of the kick line in the back.
Yep. Well, it's not about me. It's about Jenna right now.
Yeah.
And the reason we opened up the second date update like that is because Jenna met the dude that she wants to call today in the theater. They actually performed together and ended up hooking up after the wrap party of their production. And now he's not getting back to her and she doesn't know why. Jenna, may I be in your next play, whatever it is?
I thought your performance was very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's good.
Yeah. The reviews will be out soon. I'll let you know what the New York Times says. But as for you, are you ready to give Brandon a call and find out why he's not getting back to you after you guys hooked up?
Yeah, I guess I am.
Well, we'll get him on the phone right now. We'll dial his phone number and see if we can figure it out for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Brandon.
This is Brandon.
Hey, Brandon, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. What's going on with you?
Just getting ready to head to work.
Do you have any idea who this is?
No, not one bit.
All right,
Okay.
cool. Well, it's Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
All right. Why are you guys calling me?
Well, because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and she emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why you're blowing her off.
Someone emailed you that I went on a date with?
Yeah.
Call me?
Yeah. You recently hung out with a girl that you know very well. Her name is Jenna.
Oh, God.
What? I mean, she knows that date is a pretty loose term here.
I was going to say we were not out on a date.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. She told us
When you said you call for people who have gone out, I haven't been out on a date for months. I've been doing this show.
Yeah. She told us that's where she met you. You guys are performing in the same play.
Yeah.
And she said that after you guys had finished everything and you were having the party for your closing night, she said that you guys made out at that party and then went and had some fondue and spilled cheese all over each other and then went back to your place. And I don't know. I don't want to even think about what was done there, but did some stuff there
It
together
wasn't
as
for the
well.
lactose intolerant.
Is that all true?
Yeah, no, I mean, it happened.
Nice.
Wait, you sound kind of hesitant about it. Like, didn't you enjoy yourself?
I mean, we had a decent time, and we had kind of had this real flirty thing going on during the course of the performance or whatever, but, it was fun.
Okay.
All right.
This is
So
all
not-
positive.
Not good, not great, but fun.
Yeah, I mean, great is a whole nother level if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? But,
So was it just? I mean, maybe it was just a one night stand for you, and that's it.
I mean, honestly, I wasn't completely shut off from it at first. You know, it didn't have to be a one night stand. I wasn't like, oh, this is a one night stand, definitely.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so-
it wasn't a one night stand, definitely. Why is it a one night stand now? What's so funny?
You have to tell us.
Yeah, we were pretty.
What happened? You have to tell me what happened.
I mean, so at one point we went back to my place, and it kind of took a really strange turn. I'll be honest with you.
Wait, who made the turn to strange? You or her?
Well, I mean, if it was me that made the turn to strange, I don't think we'd be having this conversation.
Right, yeah. That's true. You probably would have just hung up on us and been like, not interested.
Yeah. So no, I mean, it was totally. She made things so weird once we like actually kind of started fooling around and hooking up, and I was just like, I felt so uncomfortable. It was so strange.
Really?
What'd she
Why?
do?
She I really don't. It's so weird. I really don't think I should. Like, I don't think I should
No,
tell you
I
guys.
think now you've gone too far, dude.
No,
You
Can't be that weird.
Do you think
look. She wanted to do the second date update, right? We talked to everybody. We're like, you have to be willing to hear whatever this person says. So, whatever is so hysterical to you, she's willing to hear it.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Fine.
Maybe she doesn't think it's weird. Maybe just you do.
I think you guys probably will too.
Really?
So we're like hooking up and making out, and she kept insisting on calling me by my character's name from the play that we were in.
What?
It was so weird. It was so weird.
Like
That's
role-playing?
weird. Yeah, so she wanted to hook up with the character and not you.
Honestly, I didn't think about it that way, but that makes it a hell of a lot weirder.
Why? Why does it make it
so
weirder?
weird, though.
The character that I played was Tiny Tim
What?
from Christmas Carol.
Tiny Tim from A Christmas Carol.
Stop
From the
it.
Christmas, yeah.
All right, that is
Tiny
weird.
Tim.
That's
She
weird.
kept insisting on calling me Tiny Tim the whole time.
Can you?
Tiny Tim this, Tiny Tim kiss that.
Wow.
What did you say to her?
No.
I mean, I didn't say much, obviously. I kept going.
Oh my God.
At least it could have been like Scrooge or something. I don't know, but not Tiny. I mean, nothing is good from that play. I don't think. But
No. And at a certain point, she stopped. She dropped the Tim entirely, and she just started calling me Tiny.
Okay, that's
not Tiny.
Okay, to her defense, is there any way she could have just been so still wrapped up in the play that it's just the name that she used?
I honestly, I think that's a question you're going to have to ask her. I have no clue.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Why don't we do that then, Brandon?
You mean Tiny Tim?
Jenna, do you remember?
Whoa, what?
Oh, Brandon, Jenna is on the other line listening, and so
Oh, are you kidding me?
no, I'm not.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's way
Jenna?
more embarrassing for her.
Jenna, are you still on the phone?
Oh, Jenna.
I am
Hi.
How many shades of red are you right now, Jenna?
about 1 million.
Oh, you
Like a whole rainbow of red. I do not remember saying that, Brandon. I thought I remembered everything that happened that night, but apparently I was wrong.
How do you not remember that? You must have said it like 30 times in 45 minutes or so. Like, you don't remember this? That you wanted me to call you Mrs. Cratchit the whole time?
Tiny Tim and Mrs. Cratchit.
It was weird.
That is.
Like I have no idea what drunk me wanted to do. I thought it was funny, maybe drunk me thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny. That was
But
not
you
funny
didn't
at all.
say anything about it. You didn't stop.
No, I didn't stop, but like I laughed into the pillow a couple times.
Oh my God. But you could have
I don't know, said, hey, you owe me a coffee, and then, like, us have a conversation about it instead of just ghosting me. Like, I thought, like, whatever, if you don't want to do that thing again, that's fine, but I thought...
If you don't want to role play Tiny Tim and Miss Cratchit in the bedroom.
She has a very good point, Brandon.
I'm sorry. I'm a pretty honest person, and it just is what it is. Like, we had a connection, and now we don't have a connection, I'll be honest. Like, I don't feel that great about it.
Well, then you're obviously, like, kind of a dead inside jerk. I mean, how can you just, like, have a connection and then be like, nope, never happened. Like, well, like, you either have a real connection or you don't, or you're dead inside, which you're obviously dead inside. So,
Brandon, I would love to ask if you will go on a second date with Jenna.
Wow.
We will pay for it.
Oh, God, I don't think I could sit at a table and look her in the eyes at this point.
Wow.
So that's a no?
Honestly, it was too weird for me, like we were these characters in this play, and then we go back to my place, and all of a sudden it's Tiny Tim and Mrs. Cratchit hanging out in bed naked. It's too weird.
It's really weird.
But an interesting continuation to the whole thing. All right, well, Jenna, I'm sorry you didn't get your second date.
yeah, I'm not sorry. And, obviously this jerk doesn't understand, like, what happens when you get wasted and have some fun.
Yeah, sometimes you get wasted and you hook up with Tiny Tim.
It's so gross, man.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, despite the role that guy played, dudes don't want to be called tiny in the bedroom at all. If you didn't hear today's second date update, Jenna wanted to call a dude named Brandon. They actually were in a performance together, a theater show, and they hooked up after their last performance, after the rap party.
Yeah.
And the reason he wasn't calling her back was they got really drunk that night. And she doesn't really remember, but she demanded that while they were being intimate with each other, they go by their stage names.
Oh, man.
She was, hey, you know what? She is more of a method actor.
Sure.
And which makes it maybe worse.
She wanted him to call her Miss Cratchit,
Uh-huh.
and she was calling him Tiny Tim the whole time. Which makes it even more disturbing because that's Tiny Tim's mom.
Yeah.
So, on a whole bunch of levels, it's weird.
Couldn't she have gone with, like, Tim and Imagine You when Tim's grown up, even? Like,
Adult Tim?
Adult
Yeah.
Tim?
I don't know.
Big
but anyway,
Tim?
it creeped him out too much, and he's not interested in going out with her again.
I can see that.
Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Move at 92.5.
Has your tickets to see Bruno Mars. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today is Halloween, and of course, Halloween parties are one of the favorite places to try to hook up with a sexy ghoul or a sexy goblin or a sexy toaster. Whatever anybody has dressed up to be like and made it sexy. You always want to hook up with it. And luckily for us, we checked the email, and we did have quite a few emails in from people who met somebody that they want to call at a Halloween party.
Yeah.
And we decided to get a hold of Thomas because Thomas wants to call a girl today that he met at a Halloween party, and now she's not calling him back. What's up, Thomas?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How are you?
I'm okay.
Thomas, isn't it like an unwritten rule about Halloween hookups that they just stay there? Like, there's never a real relationship that comes out of these things.
I don't think so. I think you can find love at a Halloween party. I mean, it's a social gathering.
You are a hopeless romantic,
Find
sir.
love anywhere if you know how to look for it. And apparently you do, Thomas. So who's the girl that you want us to call today? What's her name?
Alexa.
Alexa. All right. And how did you meet Alexa?
A friend of mine threw this huge Halloween party. There was a ton of people there.
Mm-hmm.
But this one chick in particular, this girl Alexa, I didn't know her, but she was dressed as a witch. Not like a sexy witch, but not like a horrifying witch, just a witch.
A regular
Okay, so
witch.
she was a normal witch.
Totally.
She was a normal witch.
Okay. Did you approach her immediately at the party, or did you wait a while before you made your move?
I kind of watched her from a distance for a while. Like she
Nice,
was in.
yeah. That's what I like to hear. I sort of skulked around behind her the entire party.
Well, it wasn't like stalking her. I was just kind of like every once in a while I'd check in, see where she was.
Okay.
All right, and then when did you let her know that you had been watching her?
When did you strike?
Well, it's going to sound bad. They didn't strike, but I just couldn't figure out a way to get up and talk to her. I kept waiting for her to talk to someone that I knew so that I could ingratiate myself into the conversation.
Right.
But she was talking with circles of people that I didn't know. So I decided I was going to try and scare her.
That's a good move.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Because frightening a woman is a great way to meet them.
Yeah, what?
Oh, at a Halloween party, that's perfectly acceptable. That's why you take women to horror movies, because, that fear reflex also turns you on a little bit.
Right, so you were hoping
Okay, I see. You
to
wanted to get.
scare the horny into her.
Exactly.
All right, and did it work for you?
Well, here's the problem. She was carrying around as part of her costume. She had this cauldron with her, and it had like smoke billowing out of the cauldron. But I saw her at one point start to head down this hallway towards a bathroom. And so I ran through the kitchen, and there was another entryway into that hallway. So I hid behind the door frame, and as she passed by, I just jumped out and went, bah!
Wait. What did she do? Did she drop her cauldron?
She dropped the cauldron.
Oh, no. Did it break?
The cauldron didn't break, but it did spill.
Yeah, and I'm guessing it was
that
dry
sucks.
ice if there was smoke.
It was dry ice.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
How are you going to clean that up?
Well, everyone at the party, all we remember about dry ice is what we learned in science class in 5th grade. So nobody wanted to touch it.
Yeah,
Everyone
do
was
not.
just freaking out, dancing around it.
So, well, how did she take the prank? I mean, did she like it, or was she angry that you made her?
So I immediately apologized to her, going, I'm so sorry. Oh, my gosh. I was just trying to freak you out. I was looking for a reason to talk to you because I think you're the cutest witch I've ever seen.
That's sweet.
I guess I made the wrong choice. I'm sorry I scared you. Let me get you a drink. And she says, that would be great. Thanks.
Wait, can I ask? I never asked. What were you dressed as this whole time? I need the full picture here.
I was dressed as zombie Steve Jobs.
Oh, nice choice.
And I had just like a black turtleneck on, black pants. I had a big hole in my side, like a rib sticking out.
Nice.
And one of my eyes was kind of bulgy. I have a friend that does makeup, and he made it look pretty gruesome.
All right, so
That's
you
pretty
look
good.
like a horribly decomposed Steve Jobs.
Exactly.
Every woman wants that.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming as soon as she saw your costume, she was already on board.
Well, I don't know if she has a fetish for zombies or not, or if she's just really into Walking Dead, but she seemed into it.
And how was the conversation between you two?
It was great. I mean, we just chatted about all kinds of stuff. The music was pretty good, so we danced for a little while.
Okay.
And then by the end of the night, we started making out a little bit. She had to take off her witch nose so I could get to her mouth. It was nice.
And you were thankful that that was actually a fake nose.
In my inebriation, there was a moment where I was like, man, I hope that nose comes off.
You guys obviously liked each other. I mean, she made out with you and everything else, but have you talked since the party?
Well, she has not returned my texts. I texted her the day after, and I got nothing. Then I texted her again the next day, and still nothing. And I texted her again later that day, which I felt weird about. I hate playing that text game with girls. But So now it's been a few days, and I'm kind of wondering, okay, are you having second thoughts? Are you pissed about the dry ice? Did you find a burn on your ankle, and now you're mad at me, and you didn't tell me?
All right. So you really have no idea why she wouldn't want to talk to you.
I have no idea.
But I appreciate a man who overanalyzes just like a woman.
Oh, my God, so much.
All right, well, we'll help you out then. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Cool, thank you.
All right, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, the best way to make a first impression on a lady is, of course, to scare the crap out of her.
No.
The moment that you meet her. Women love that.
Yeah.
And nobody knows that better than Thomas, who is on the phone right now for a second date update. He actually met the girl that he wants to call at a Halloween party, and that's what he did. She was walking down a hallway, and he jumped out from behind a door, scared her so bad that she dropped the cauldron that she was holding. She was dressed as a witch and had a cauldron that was billowing smoke out of it. She ended up dropping dry ice all over the place, and then they had to call in a hazmat crew to clean it up. Well, not really all that.
Yeah, that got a little extreme.
I was like, really?
He thinks maybe that's the reason he's not getting a call back, but they still did end the night by making out, so she didn't seem too upset by getting scared.
Yeah.
But he hasn't talked to her since that party, and we're about to get her on the phone and find out why she's not calling him back.
So you can't think of anything that you did wrong besides the cauldron thing.
I'm taxing my brain, and I really thought it was a good night. I thought we had fun.
All right, so no explanation. Well, I'll dial her phone number right now then. See if we can get her on the phone and find out, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Alexa, please?
Hi, yes, this is she.
Hey, Alexa, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Jubal?
Mm-hmm.
From Brooke and Jubal in the morning?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning? Oh.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I think we should let's say it again. Make it more true.
We are Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay. Why are you calling me?
Well, I'm calling you because you recently met one of our listeners, and he's been trying to get a hold of you, but you're not calling him back. So he asked us to get you on the phone and try to reconnect you.
Really? That's really weird. Who is it?
Well, his name is Thomas. Do you remember Thomas?
I know one Thomas, a coworker, and I don't think that that's him.
Wow. Thomas
I don't
made
know.
a
He
big
could
impression.
be. He could be your coworker. I have no idea. It's a guy that you met at a Halloween party.
Oh, that Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
The one that was
Thomas.
Steve Jobs zombie.
Right.
Well, Thomas emailed us because he said that you guys hung out at that party and he really enjoyed spending time with you, and you told him to text you after and you guys could go out on a date. But apparently he's tried and you're not responding to him, so he thought maybe we could get you on the phone and find out why.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. What a bummer.
What a
I don't know what to say.
What a bummer.
He's a bummer
Yeah,
or
what-
a bummer that we're calling?
I mean, it's just a bummer. It's unfortunate.
What is unfortunate?
Sometimes it's just, oh, this is really hard. You know how when you meet someone and later on you realize that they're not necessarily the person that you thought that you were meeting?
Yeah. So he was dressed up as a zombie Steve Jobs. Did you realize that he actually wasn't a zombie Steve Jobs, and that's what upset you?
You're not a zombie.
Yeah, wait a second.
I guess in a weird way. Yeah, you're right.
Wait, I am right? That you were upset that he wasn't a zombie Steve Jobs?
Well, I thought the costume was really cool. I love Steve Jobs. And, he had the black turtleneck. His makeup was really cool. And after I met him, I went on Facebook and I checked him out. And, yeah.
Oh. You're not attracted to him, are you?
No. I obviously had a bad case of costume goggles.
Costume goggles? I've heard the term beer goggles, but I've never heard the term costume goggles.
Yeah, as soon as I saw him without the makeup, without the blood, he just looks kind of like a different person.
What? He looks better without blood?
Well, sometimes when you cover up your face, you just can't tell what you look like at all.
Right. I saw his picture on Facebook without the makeup on, and it's just not what I expected.
So, in other words, he's more attractive to you with a bunch of zombie makeup on.
That's so messed
That
up.
sounds horrible.
I know.
But I mean, maybe he's just not very photogenic. Like, wouldn't you want to see him in person? And because some people aren't.
I don't want to risk that awkward meeting of seeing him in person and it still be a disappointment.
Yeah. You're like, hey, so remember that costume you had on? You think you could wear that right now?
All the time?
You know what else is awkward, Alexa?
What?
He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. And he heard what you just said, yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
Thomas?
Oh, my goodness.
What am I
Thomas?
supposed to say to this?
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, my God.
You're just more attracted to me when I have an eyeball hanging out of my head.
I don't know what to say. I know it sounds weird to say, but I just found you more attractive as the zombie guy.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. You were attractive enough to me to make out with me and dance and chat for like 3 hours, but once you looked at pictures of me without zombie makeup on, you were less attracted to me?
I went onto Facebook expecting one thing, and then it turns out that it's not what I thought it was going to be.
I don't think I'm a bad-looking guy. Am I really that unattractive?
No, you're not bad looking. You're just not my type, and I just thought that you looked better as a zombie.
That sounds so weird.
Think about it like this. Say that I made out with Orlando Bloom, and then the next day I found out that it was Johnny Depp. There's nothing wrong with Johnny Depp. I'm just not into Johnny Depp.
Wow, that was impressive.
That's a pretty good analogy.
That is, yeah.
I don't know. But you're still Johnny Depp.
See?
Yeah, I see a lot of people like Johnny Depp, but I'm just more into Orlando Bloom.
I guess I see what you're saying. I mean, it makes sense, weird way, but it's like if I made out with Megan Fox, and then the next day I was like, oh no, it was Scarlett Johansson. Maybe I'm more into Megan Fox, but I'm still going to be like, well, hell, I'd make out with Scarlett Johansson some more.
There you go, Alexa, using your own logic against you. Somehow. I'm really confused, but...
What pictures were you looking at on Facebook?
Your profile pic?
I never even found your last name, so I couldn't do the proper stalking. I don't know if maybe your pictures aren't so good either.
That is a good point. You haven't seen her without her witch makeup on. I mean, she took her nose off, and that was it.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed talking to you, and I thought we really got along, and you even at one point stopped and said you're a really good kisser.
Well, there was a lot of alcohol involved that night as well, so...
Oh, ouch.
I can't.
Brutal.
I don't remember that.
God, how would you feel if the tables were turned on you right now?
Yeah.
Well, I would be understanding. Everyone has their preferences. Not everybody is going to find me attractive.
I call BS on that. All right, I tell you what. You go out with me again, I'll wear just the eyeball, and we'll slowly transition into regular me. How about that?
No, that's terrible.
That's a good idea, Thomas. Alexa, would you like to go out with Thomas again? Or for a first time, really, because you just met at a party and didn't have an actual date. Would you like a date with Thomas? We will pay for it.
Come on, Alexa. This is your chance to prove yourself not so shallow.
Will you send me the other pictures and then I can decide?
Oh, my God. Do you even still want to go out with her at this point?
You know what? I do. I want to prove a point to her.
So it's less about the actual date and more about just proving that you're still good looking without zombie makeup on.
Yes, I want to show her that I can be attractive without looking like a dead person.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so you guys will go out then, Alexa, if he sends you pictures and you approve?
Yeah, I guess I can do that.
All right, well, congratulations, Thomas. You kind of got a second date.
Almost.
Thanks. Dependent on the photos, I guess.
Yeah, if you pass the test.
Alexa, get ready because I'm going to send you some really good shots.
What?
I don't know if I like the sound of that.
Nothing dirty.
Yeah, just the way you said it, though. Be on the lookout. Papa's about to send some really good shots to your inbox.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, hey, I can't blame her. Most guys look better with makeup on. Hashtag no filter.
I love that hashtag.
Of course, about today's second date update. If you missed it, Thomas wanted to call a girl named Alexa. They met at a Halloween party. Had a great time, he said. They even made out a little bit at the end of the night, exchanged numbers, and then she wasn't calling him back, and he couldn't figure out why. When we got her on the phone, we found out the reason is because he didn't look like a zombie anymore.
Yeah.
He was dressed as zombie Steve Jobs, and apparently, from the sounds of it, had a really good costume with his eye bulging out and everything else, and she wasn't attracted to him when she went to his Facebook and saw him without makeup on. She's like, nah, he's just not my type.
If it makes him feel better, I'm sure that he's not the only one that's going to have to deal with that response today.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
There's one thing to wake up after just a night out and seeing who the person really looks like in daylight, and then Halloween just really exaggerates that.
I do like the fact that she used the term costume goggles, though. I've heard beer goggles a lot, but I've never heard costume goggles, and that's apparently what she had. They did agree to go out again, maybe. He said that he has really good pictures and that he would send her those pictures, and he swears that she'll be impressed by that and they will go out. She said if she likes the pictures, then she will actually give him another chance. So good luck to those guys.
I know, she's so shallow. She had a great time with him, great conversation, but a couple of photos and
Yeah.
it's over.
Well, and he still wants to go out with her.
I know.
But then when we asked him at the end, he's like, I just want to prove a point that I do look okay without zombie makeup on.
What's that phone call going to be like? She's like, listen, I reviewed the pictures. Fine, I'll go out with you. Yes!
Yeah.
Oh,
I told you.
I knew I was hot. Wait.
Which picture was the clincher? Let me know.
Text in at 78592. Did any of our listeners experience the same type of thing? Any costume goggles from Halloween weekend? I would like to hear about that.
It needs to be its own hashtag.
Yeah. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'm going to start today's second date update off with a line from the email that we got.
Ooh.
From Emma, who is on the phone with us right now. She wants us to do a second date update and call a dude named Matt.
Okay.
This is what her email said. If Matt proposed to me today, I would say yes.
What?
Yeah.
No,
Emma, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Oh, God. Emma.
Good morning. Now explain yourself. Because I hope you can understand it sounds a little intense. You just went out with this dude on one date, and you're already saying if he proposed to you today, you would say yes.
I know. Trust me, though, it was an amazing experience.
Why do you feel this way?
I mean, I don't know how to explain it other than that I just felt that way, that I, looked into his eyes, and it felt like our souls were mingled. I've never had this happen to me before. I'm, not a crazy person.
That was going to be my other question. If you have ever gone out on a date with a guy and been like, oh, my God, this is the one.
No, I mean, I'm a passionate person, but I've never gone out with someone once and then felt like they are the person for me, and I absolutely feel that way.
Where did you meet this guy?
We were volunteering at the theater, passing out programs. You get to see the play for free if you pass out programs and, do ushers type of stuff. And
that's cool.
He just asked you out, or?
Yeah, I mean, we were, super obvious. It was, our, eyes met, and there was, immense electricity.
There's a lot going on with this guy's eyes.
The stars collided, Jubal, and it was destiny.
That's how it felt. The time there, it, wasn't about what we were doing. It was just, whatever we were doing almost didn't matter. It was the whole world dropped away. And at, some point, I mentioned that if he would ask me out, I would certainly go, and then he did.
You know, it sounds crazy, but I really do have a girlfriend who's been married 11 years. They have 4 kids, and the night she met her husband, before she even knew his name, she told me, I'm going to marry that guy.
Yeah, I feel like when you know in your soul and heart, you know, it feels undebatable.
Did you tell him this is how intense you were feeling?
Not directly. I mean, when we had our date, I felt like it was almost obvious. It was in the air. I said that this feels amazing, and I didn't tell him that I would marry him.
Because if there's one thing guys like on a first date, it's marriage talk and soulmates. And
we love that.
Meant to be together.
Do you feel like he felt the same way?
I feel like I can't imagine that I would feel that way if he didn't feel that way. It felt like a connection. It wasn't coming from me. It was us meeting in the middle.
So how did the date go? What was so magical about it? What did you guys do?
Oh, the date itself was normal. It was, we had just dinner and drinks. That had nothing to do with what the date was. It was about the conversation. And my mom always told me that marriage or long-term relationships are as one long conversation. And I felt like I wanted to be in conversation with this person for the rest of my life.
Okay, so you had a fun time with him and you never wanted it to end. How did it end?
He walked me to my car, and we were staring at each other and didn't know who was going to make the move, but we both felt like there was this magnet of electricity in between our mouths, and it was we both just moved towards each other, and we kissed, and it was all of the feeling that I had for the whole night just erupted. It felt like a volcano.
Did fireworks go off behind you? Because that's what I'm picturing right now.
Doves just flying.
All of a sudden over a lake.
Yes, that's what it felt. And he said that he would call me really soon. He was joking about that he would call me immediately. And so I
waited, obviously, and the next day he didn't call, and then the next day I called him, and he didn't answer, and some part of me thinks he's just scared of how intense it was. Like
Oh my gosh.
he is like that kind of feeling to me makes me want to go towards him, but I know that for some people, especially men, like it can be scary to them.
You're right. You know, as a guy, when you feel that way about someone and you never felt that way, it can be a scary thing, and he could shut off. That could be what he's doing. How long has it been since you had your date?
It was the day before yesterday. It was 2 days ago.
2 days.
It hasn't been very long.
So you emailed us after a day of him not getting back to you.
I know, but I'm telling you, this is the most intense experience of my life.
Okay, but you're resorting to have us call him after a day, basically.
Yeah, but it wasn't a normal date, and it wasn't a normal day, and I'm like, I'm in love.
Oh my God!
All right, well,
Never heard that.
hey, love can't wait.
But it's like if a miracle happened to you. It was that.
All right.
This is so
Emma,
sweet.
I don't-
want this to turn
Come
out so
on.
well. I'm serious, dude. When
All
you
right.
find love,
Hey, Emma,
it's like all beautiful.
Emma, we're going to play a song.
Yeah.
We're going to come back. We're going to call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Good luck. Hang on the phone.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, we're about to call a guy for a second date update that could either end in one of the most romantic love stories you've ever heard in your entire life, or it could end crashing and burning
Oh, with a lot of tears.
in flames.
Yeah.
Remember, the girl that's on the phone with us right now that wants us to call a guy named Matt, Emma is her name. She emailed us and said, if Matt asked me to marry him today, I would say yes. At the end of the first part of the second date update, she actually said, I love him.
It dropped the L-bomb.
And it's only been a couple of days. And I'll be the first one to say, okay, this is going to turn out horribly. But I also want to be the first one to point out this has worked out for other people. We've had a few second date we've had one second date update where the person said that they love someone and the other person actually felt the same way. So out of about the 50 times that's happened, it has worked out once. Emma, the odds are in your favor, I think.
Great.
I actually have faith in this. I feel like you sound like a woman who's got her head on straight. And
thank you.
You just maybe are more in tune with your emotions than most people because he hasn't reciprocated any of this love stuff to you.
Well, not with words, but I trust what I felt. I trust what I felt.
That is the one thing about you, Emma. You don't sound absolutely insane.
Thank you.
It is sort of insane what you're saying, but there are people who feel that way. You feel strongly that you care about him. We're going to call him right now and see if we can get him on the phone. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Hello,
I was looking for Matt.
this is Matt.
Hey, man, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Okay.
You sound a little confused.
Yeah. What's going on?
You recently went out with a listener to our show for a lovely dinner, and she feels like you're blowing her off, and you don't want to see her again, and she wants to know why. Do you have any idea who I could be talking about?
I don't know. The last date I was on was a couple months ago.
A couple months ago? What? Not a couple days ago?
A couple days ago? No.
The girl that emailed us, Emma, said that you guys went on a date like 2 or 3 days ago.
Girl.
Was that not a date?
No.
What do you...
All right, that's confusing. Yeah, no, Emma said that you asked her out, and then you went on a date, and there were sparks, and you guys had a great time. You didn't consider that a date?
That was definitely not a date.
Wait.
From everything she said, it sounded like a date. What was it then?
Maybe she didn't tell the whole story here. Emma, we were both ushers. We were just trying to see a show for free.
Yeah. Right.
And I wanted to know how long the show was because I was meeting some friends at a bar later that night.
Okay.
And she was like, oh, where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. We're going in here. So, okay. So the show ends, left the theater, went to the bar where my friends are, and then lo and behold, 20 minutes after I get there, Emma shows up.
What?
Now, at first, I didn't think anything of it. I did tell her where we were going, so, there's not a lot of bars on that street, so maybe, whatever.
Okay, but to be clear, you didn't invite her to the bar.
Oh, no, let's make that very clear.
Oh, no.
It's that... Oh, goodness.
What about the kiss? She said that you guys kissed.
She said that it was a great kiss at the end of the night.
I mean, we were drinking for a while and talking, and I had said goodbye to my friends that I was meeting. They had already left. And she made it seem like she was really wanting a kiss. So, you know, a gentleman. It was nothing like...
No, you don't need to explain yourself, Matt. If a girl wants a kiss, sometimes you just gotta lay one on her when they want it. You know, you gotta give them what they need, right, Matt? So
there was nothing R-rated. It was just like no groping or no, like, you know, nothing
I'm
heavy.
sorry, I
It was
can't
just-
listen to this anymore.
Hello?
Matt, what are you doing?
Emma?
Yeah, Matt, that's Emma's voice. She's on the other end of the phone, has been listening this whole time.
Oh, my God.
Matt, you're going to lie on the radio and say that that wasn't a date or that that kiss didn't mean anything to you?
I'm not lying. I mean, I didn't even ask you to come to that bar. You just showed up literally in front of all my friends and was just like, hey. And I was like,
Why
oh,
did you
what's
tell
going
me where
on?
you were going to be? Why would you tell me where you were going to be? Why would you tell me of the specific place and time that you were going to be there if you didn't want me to meet you there? You invited me to come to the bar, and then we had dinner and drinks for hours and had, like, meaningful and intimate conversations. And then at the end of the night, we had an amazing, intimate kiss.
We did not
I
have
was
dinner
not
at
very
that bar.
drunk,
We had
Matt.
chicken wings and fries.
Oh, Emma.
Why does it matter what we ate? That has nothing to do with the quality of our time spent together. We could have eaten twigs. It doesn't matter. We were talking about our families and what we want out of life.
No. Oh, see,
That's
here we
not
go.
someone
See,
that you're
talking
just,
about
like,
our families. We were just
casually-
talking about your family and how amazing. Here's another thing. In this phone call, if you rewind all this, you will hear Emma say amazing about 400 times.
She says it a lot. Okay.
Matt, did
you So, Matt-
It was amazing. You know that.
Emma, when you kept talking, you are one of these girls that just says, what are you thinking, to the guy over and over and over again.
It's the worst.
She's like, Matt, what are you thinking? If there's a lull in the conversation, I just ordered a drink, and she'd be like, what are you thinking now? I'd be like, I just ordered us another round.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Why do you care what I'm thinking?
Because I want to know you on a deep level. That's what intimacy is. That's what happens when you're not afraid to know another person. You want to know their thoughts all the time.
Haven't heard anything from you in a second, Matt. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Emma's nuts.
I don't understand why you're afraid of a true connection, or if you don't feel like you deserve
True
that, or if you don't believe it because you've been burned in the past. But this is a real thing that you can trust. You can trust it, man.
No, I don't even know your last name. We didn't even really talk to each other.
That doesn't matter. Who cares what my last name is?
Emma, is there some way that you blew this all out of proportion?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I know what I know. I'm not 15 years old. I've been on dates before. I know what it feels like when it's there and when it's not. And it was there in a stronger way than I have ever felt in my life. And I think that Matt is afraid of that.
I will say this. I am afraid.
I am not crazy. I just know what love is, and I recognize it when it happens.
Okay,
I see it, and I saw it in your
Emma.
eyes. I saw it, Matt.
Emma, you sound very, very, very
passionate,
crazy,
upset. And
Yes, well,
yeah.
someone is telling me that an experience that was more real than anything I have ever felt.
Yeah.
They're pretending like that didn't happen. That
Okay.
would make anyone feel
Well,
crazy.
well, Matt felt differently, obviously, Emma.
And he has a
He-
right to his feelings.
Yeah,
He's pretending to feel differently, and I would love to have another chance to sit face to face and have him deny it.
Okay.
Facing
Well-
me, looking at me.
How about this? If you think your love is so strong, I'm going to ask Matt right now. Matt, would you like to go out on a second date with Emma? We will pay for it.
A second date with this Emma?
Yes, the Emma that's on the phone right now. Not another one.
I would like to just say that I have not even known this girl for 48 hours yet, and I'm on the radio debating marriage with
Yeah.
Hey, love moves fast sometimes. You just got to embrace it and get on the train, Matt.
So
will you go out on a second date? We will pay for it.
I will let that train bypass me. I'm going to get on a different train.
You sure? We'll pay for
You're
it.
making a huge
I
mistake, Matt.
appreciate it, guys, but this is not the one for me.
You know what, Emma? In a little while, Matt's going to be kicking himself. A few years down the
I
road.
know.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When
Matt?
doesn't find real love, he'll think back to this moment and
Yeah.
he'll remember
When
that it
he
was possible and that he gave it up.
when he's
Sorry
alone,
for you, Matt.
when he's alone and doesn't have anybody, he's going to be thinking back to this phone call and realize how he screwed up, Emma.
Oh, man. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.
I know, honey. Love hurts sometimes. You'll be okay.
He's really making the biggest mistake of his life. I wish I could help him.
Well,
Yeah, I wish,
sometimes-
Emma, I wish I could help both you guys in lots of ways.
Well, you
But-
tried. Thank you.
Yeah, we did try. You have a good one. And Matt, thank you for your time, okay?
Thank you very much.
Be safe.
Very safe.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know what really surprises me? Out of all the second date updates we've done quite a few where someone's like, I was set up on a blind date, I didn't really see the person beforehand, and then I showed up and met them, and they were attractive.
The attractive part is what surprises you?
That's what surprised me. Like, we always get one where they say that they showed up and the person is better or just as they thought, and nobody's ever, like, people get built up in their head that they must be going out with, like, the biggest monster ever, and then they show up and they're like, oh, it's not that bad.
When I used to get set up by friends, I'd always show up and be like, that's what you think of me? You think I should be with this?
I'm insulted.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jenna was set up through friends with a guy named Scott, and once again, Scott wasn't as ugly as she thought he was going to be. Right, Jenna?
Yes.
Yeah, congratulations.
amazing,
Yeah, that's a big deal.
So tell us a little bit about Scott.
I met him through friends, and I had seen kind of a blurry picture of him, like a little far away, you know. So I knew he wasn't going to be totally ugly, but he was really, really, really good looking. When I walked in, I was shocked.
Did you tell him that? Did you say, oh, I saw your picture kind of on Facebook, and you are way better. You shouldn't take pictures.
No, I didn't want him to know that I looked him up, you know.
What did your friends tell you about him before you met him?
They didn't say much. They said, you know, that he's very successful, he's in business, he's nice. That was pretty much it.
I mean, did you guys have fun?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we met at a really nice restaurant for drinks, which I thought was cool, you know, not a bar.
Yeah.
And he was really attentive. He asked me a lot of questions. I felt like he really listened to me. He's really funny. I laughed a lot, you know, so it went really well.
Was there any awkward moments at all on your date?
No, none at all. I mean, look, I listen to you guys all the time, and I've heard some of the terrible things that have happened, but nothing like that happened. No, you know, no one passed gas. No one did anything. No one blew snot out of their nose. Like, it was totally golden, and I really don't understand what happened.
You forgot the one that happens a lot in second date updates. Anybody blackout drunk? And
No, I kept my drinking to a minimum. I did not get too drunk, I swear.
so why do you think this guy's not calling you back then?
I don't know. Maybe he's used to dating different kinds of girls. I'm a little more on the conservative side, especially on a first date. You know, I was dressed kind of conservatively, and so I
What
don't
is
know
that?
if
Well, how conservative? Like turtleneck?
Long skirt to her ankles.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wasn't completely covered up, but I also wasn't showing cleavage or a lot of legs.
Oh, yeah, that is a deal breaker. No wonder he's not calling you back. What are you doing? Yeah, is this your first time on a date, Jenna?
Look, it was a blind date, and if that's really
If a guy likes you, I mean, I highly doubt that he was turned off that much by you dressing conservatively.
But I also can understand you being self-conscious about it, because you dress for a date with what you thought was going to be kind of an uggo.
That's
you
true.
walk in and he's hot and you're like, oh my God, why did I wear this?
Yes, that did cross my mind. I mean, I tend to dress a little more conservatively on the beginning anyway, or on dates. I don't, like to seem so easy, I guess, but
Do you think maybe he's hoping for an easy girl, and that's why?
maybe. I don't know.
I think you're making big assumptions about him just because he's hot. I don't think that's fair.
What, that he just wants a trampy girl?
Yeah. I mean, he kissed you at the end of the night, right?
That's usually leads up to something else.
I know, but it was a sweet.
Wait, he wants a trampy girl. Why would he ever try to kiss you or touch you? Come on. Those guys that want easy girls are always like, hey, hands off. Yeah. So how did the date end?
So after we left the restaurant, we went for a long walk, just kind of walking around, and then we ended up back at my car, and he kissed me.
Oh, he even sealed the deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
And has he talked to you at all since you guys went out?
Well, so I texted him and I said, like, thanks for the nice time and, you know, thank you so much for the drink, blah, blah, blah. And he wrote back and said, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And that was it? Like, period?
That was it. Yeah, period.
Did you hit your friends up to see, like, has he said anything?
Yeah, and they're just not really responsive. They're saying that he's not really saying what happened. You know, no one can really get it out of him, I guess.
Like he's just turning it down, like I don't want to talk about it?
I don't know if he's saying he doesn't want to talk about it, or maybe they're hiding something from me, or if he's just kind of brushing it off.
You can't get a straight up answer, though, out of anybody.
No, it's like everyone's hiding something.
That's sketchy. I mean, are you feeling like you're the butt of a joke or something between your friends group?
Well, that's what I'm worried about, and that's why, you know, I said I'm just going to call and see, because this is stupid, and it's just killing me. You know, I want to know what happened. And if I did something terrible, then I kind of want to know what it was.
Yeah. Right.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Brooke and Jubal in the mornings, second date update.
Call now to win a $1,000 cash crate.
1-866-MOVING-92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings, second date update.
Today's second date update should be a lesson to all of the ladies listening right now. When you go out on a first date, don't wear clothes. Okay? Research has shown that in over 70% of first dates, they always go better if you wear less clothes.
Oh
if
my
you wear no
gosh.
clothes at all, 100% satisfaction rate. That's the problem that Jenna is having. She feels like the only reason she's not getting a call back is maybe she dressed a little too conservative and the guy wasn't really into her. You ready to go, Jenna? You ready to call him and get him on the phone and find out if that's why?
I hope that's not why.
I mean, you wouldn't want to go out with him if that's why, right?
No. I mean, I don't know. It would
I don't know. Maybe, possibly. I thought the guy was pretty attractive, so.
It would depend. I mean, maybe he thinks, you know, I'm a Mormon, or I don't know. Maybe he thinks I'm just totally conservative.
Okay.
I wouldn't want him to have the complete wrong impression.
Well, Jenna, no matter what, win or lose when we get him on the phone, if you get a second date or not, at least you've learned your lesson that the next time you go out on a date, forget the clothing. Right?
No.
No? Okay, still haven't learned.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can do the second date update now. Yeah. All right, I'm going to dial the phone number, okay?
Okay, let's do this.
All right, here we go.
Hi, this is Scott.
Hey, Scott, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Scott, you there?
I don't know who this is.
Oh, you don't?
That's what I just said. What is this?
My name is Jubal. I'm calling from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show. And I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they were hoping that we could get a hold of you.
Why the radio show calling me about a date?
Well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So you recently went out on a date with a girl named Jenna.
Yeah.
Okay, and so Jenna emailed us because you haven't been answering any of her phone calls, and she thought you guys had a great time, but she's wondering if she did something wrong or if there was a specific reason that you're not calling her back.
No, there's nothing specific. Just, not big into going through with things that you know there's no point to.
So you feel like there's no point in continuing to try to date Jenna?
I mean, I just know that it's not going to work.
Let me ask you this. Was it because she dressed too conservatively? Right?
Please say
I know that's annoying.
No, that had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Oh, thank
well,
God.
she was actually concerned that might be the issue.
No, that's
That's not the reason why.
Well, if that's not the reason why, can you kind of give us a little bit of information so that at least I can tell her, hey, don't worry about the way that you dress. It wasn't that.
Yeah, you could tell her that. That's fine. But I mean, as far as like a more specific thing, it's just kind of like one of those things where it's not going to work. And really, to be honest, she's cute and everything, but I'm looking for a different breed of girl.
A different breed?
What does that even mean? We're not like we don't come like thoroughbred or.
No, there are
quarter
some
horse.
thoroughbreds out there,
Oh
and there are some
my
definite
gosh,
runts.
you guys.
Believe me, I know what you're talking about, Scott. Yeah, I mean, there are
Thank
different
you.
breeds of all kinds of humans. But what are you looking for then?
You know, basically, I'm a guy who works a lot, pretty successful at what I do, and, you know,
Is she not pretty enough?
nope, she's fine. She's very cute. I'm not saying that. The bottom line is that, like, I don't know how to say this, but she's too smart.
What? You said too? Did you just say too smart?
Yeah, too smart.
Yeah, that's right. She is too smart. I'm not looking for a smart girl.
What?
You want? That might be the best way to be turned down for a date ever is for somebody to tell you that you're too smart. That's like a compliment, but then also a letdown at the same time. What do you mean? You only date dumb girls?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I just want someone who is not as smart and someone who's not as ambitious as Jenna is.
Why would you not? I feel like I look for the opposite, and I've never had the opposite. So I've had the other thing, and trust me, it's not all that's cracked up to be. But I feel like I want the opposite, and why would you want to be with someone who's not ambitious and not smart?
Well, like I said, I'm pretty successful, and I need someone who's just going to focus on me and not their own career or their own motivation.
Okay.
So you just want someone to be home and look pretty for you and make you some dinner every once in a while.
You know, I'm a good-looking guy. I do really well. Basically, I just am looking for some arm candy, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, there is, because you're treating your woman as a trophy, no matter who she is. So there's lots of things wrong with that.
There is a ton of benefits, okay? She gets to go on a lot of great vacations, a lot of business trips. She gets to be living a good life. All she has to do is stand there and look good.
So that's all you want. You basically want a mannequin.
No, I don't want to date a mannequin, but I just don't want someone like Jenna. You know, I mean, she went to Berkeley. I think she got like a double degree, which is insane.
Oh my gosh, stop it. It's disgusting.
She's way too motivated. I need someone who's just going to be there and be supportive for me and be at home and make babies with me.
Oh my God.
Hey, at least you're
disgusting.
honest about it, you know?
What? No, Elise. No, Elise.
Well, he's
at all.
honest. Well, at least he knows what he's getting into, because I'm assuming the girl that he's going to find is going to be okay with being arm candy, and there are people that are good with that. So at least you didn't string her along.
Exactly.
I've just never heard a more selfish, self-centered, egotistical person in my entire life.
You know what? I think you've never heard a more honest man in your entire life.
No. How do you agree? Oh my
A
God.
more honest, successful
Oh
man that's
my
just
God.
looking for a hot chick who will shut the F up.
Oh my God.
Hey, Scott, thank you for your time, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate your honesty and continued success in all of your business ventures.
Thanks, dude.
Best friends now.
But I do want to let you know that Jenna is actually on the other line listening to this conversation.
What?
Yeah, Jenna is on the phone listening. Jenna, are you there?
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm pissed. I've never heard anything so ridiculous in my life. I woke up, it's 1950. What is your problem? Are you serious right now?
I didn't know you were on the other line, so I didn't know you were going to hear all that. But, yeah, that's how I feel.
I can't believe. I mean, that's completely different than the impression that you gave me the other night.
Well, I mean, I was on a date. I was being charming.
Oh my gosh. Jenna, did you see any signs of this at all?
Not at all. I mean, why did you let me go on and on? Why didn't you tell me right then when I told you what I do?
Jenna, you're interesting, and that's really, really cool that you're so motivated, and I actually think that's good for you, and I'm excited for you, and I was interested to talk to you, but that's not who I want in a relationship.
Okay, Scott, for the record, I think you are a total
Oh my God, that's an understatement.
Correction, Jenna. You mean successful, ass.
Oh my, dude, you're a misogynistic for brains. What is your problem? Do you have like no remorse at all? I don't even know what to say to you.
You know, you've been talking this entire time, and I have no idea who you are. I don't even know your name. But I got to be honest, it sounds like you're someone who's very threatened by me and my success and my honesty.
Oh my God. If anything, I just have sympathy for any girl that may get trapped in whatever bull you've got going on, dude.
Right,
I don't know. But you know what? There's a lot of girls who would love to go to the south of France with me for a weekend at a drop of a dime. And it sounds like maybe you'd like to be one of those people. But
Oh, honey, I can pay for my own trip to the south of France. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you probably can with your husband's money.
Oh, you better step down now. I
Yeah,
swear
her husband's unemployed, so they can't do that. So you don't even know what you're talking about.
That's actually true.
Hey,
Oh my God, I'm
Scott,
so angry.
would you like to go out with Jenna on a second date? I know you don't need it, but we'll pay for it. No? Okay. Jenna, I'm assuming you don't want to go out with Scott again.
Absolutely not, no. Hey, maybe ask your co-host if she wants to go out on a date with me.
Brooke, you want to go out on a date with Scott?
Never, ever in any life would I ever even want to talk to him again. All I want to do is kick you in the right now. I'm like furious.
You know, maybe you should tell your female co-host, again, whoever she is, that
Oh my God.
she needs to learn a lesson and know her place. Okay, just like
God,
every
okay.
other woman does.
Yeah, I'll do that for you.
I am gonna...
Hey, Brooke, men are talking.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'm not an expert, but I always feel like if you're out on a first date and you don't make it to the intended place you were planning on going to, that probably wasn't a good date. Like if it ends before you actually got to where you wanted to have the date, probably not good.
What if it ends at your house, in your room, your bedroom before?
Like I said, I'm not an expert. That could be a good thing.
Yeah.
Rich is on the phone with us right now. His date actually halfway happened. He never made it exactly where he wanted to go. He went out with a girl named Danielle. They were supposed to go to a Sounders game, apparently. But Rich's email says that they didn't make it that far. What's up, Rich? How are you?
Hey, Jubal.
So tell us about your date. Why didn't you make it to the Sounders game?
I mean, that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out, actually.
Okay, Rich, start from the beginning. Where did you meet her?
Okay, well, I met this girl, Danielle, through friends on Facebook, actually.
Okay.
And, like, right away, like, the first time I saw her, I was like, she's super, super cute. And she seemed like, a really cool person from, just from her profile.
Right, some hilarious status updates. You were like, oh my gosh, great sense of humor.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Okay.
And, of course, like, when my buddy's like, oh, dude, she has a boyfriend, her status was, like, in a relationship. She had a boyfriend, and so I kind of just didn't really think about it. And then all of a sudden I see that, her status changed and she's single. It's like, this is my chance.
So you stalked her profile. You stalked her profile for months, waiting until she broke up with her boyfriend, and you're like, now I can pounce.
Oh, man.
Good work.
I mean, not exactly.
Well, a Sounders game is a good first date, though.
Yeah, I mean, I got really good seats, and, like, one of the things that I really liked about her is that she's a Sounders fan, and I thought that would be a really great first date, and she seemed really excited about it.
All right, but your email said that you didn't even make it to the game, so what happened?
Well, I suggested that we just do, like, a little pre-gaming over at my house,
Right.
just to kind of break the ice, I guess, have a couple beers before the game or whatever. And so we're drinking some beers, just kind of, like, hang out, and there was, like, a little bit of a lull, and so I don't know if this was kind of a stupid move or whatever, but I suggested that we play Battleship.
Okay.
Okay.
And so she was up for it, and so, I mean, I kind of was, like, letting her win, and, just trying to be a good guy.
Letting her win at Battleship, a game where you guess numbers?
Yeah, because if I lost, I would never go out on a second date with that guy.
Sliding her
Totally
diagram.
let her win at that game of luck, basically.
I was being nice.
So, yeah, we got to talking about our childhood and what our favorite games were growing up. She was a big fan of Clue, and my favorite game growing up was Chutes and Ladders.
This is all.
How drunk? Okay, were you guys really drunk?
We weren't really drunk, but we're definitely getting our buzz on.
All right,
for
because
sure.
it sounds like a drunken conversation where you start getting all heated about board games.
So when did the date end?
I mean, it was almost time to go, and she gets a call from somebody, I guess her friend, and she's like, I have to go. It's an emergency.
So are you not believing that it was an actual emergency? You think it was like a setup from her friend to rescue her from the date?
We were having a really good time, and we were hitting it off, and I wouldn't expect it to be like a fake emergency, you know?
Yeah.
But after that, I tried to see if everything was okay. I tried to see what was going on, and called her a couple times, and it's been 10 days, and I just haven't heard from her at all.
From the sound of everything, it sounds like maybe she did have an emergency.
But
Unless
why-
you're forgetting something. Are you forgetting something, Rich?
What's that?
Are you forgetting anything about the evening, like when you guys were arguing about board games or something? Did you, like, I don't know, did you call her a I don't know. Who knows?
You,
like,
you sunk my battleship!
well, you know what I mean? Like, because you call up the second time and they're like, they left a very important detail out like that. It's like, yeah, the guy called me a and I left. You didn't do anything like that. You can't think of anything.
No, I really can't. I mean, we were pretty buzzed, but I don't think I left anything out. I just don't get it.
Okay.
I do think it's weird. Like, if I had an emergency on a date and it was real, I would call the guy back later and say, hey, sorry about that. Let's reschedule.
Did you go to the Sounders game by yourself?
Oh,
still?
sad.
No, I didn't even go, man. Like,
Oh, man.
I didn't have anybody to go with, and I was kind of worried, too. Like, if it was a real emergency, I would have
Yeah.
felt bad, like, posting pictures of me having a blast while she's, like, I don't know, at the hospital or something. Like,
Should have gone by yourself and just posted sad selfies, sitting in it next to an empty seat, and then tagged her in it just to let her know how sad you were she didn't make it to the game.
I wish I would have thought of that.
I see. Full of great ideas. All right, man. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man. Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Rich wants us to call Danielle. They were supposed to go to a Sounders game together. They partied a little while at his house beforehand. In the middle of that, she got a phone call saying that there was an emergency. She had to leave. She hasn't called Rich since. Rich has tried to get a hold of her and has heard nothing.
Has something like this ever happened to you before on a date, Rich?
No, it hasn't.
Would you describe yourself as a likable guy?
I would say so. I mean, I got a good amount of friends. I feel like I'm a good guy, at least, you know.
Okay. It's always a good question to ask somebody.
I got some people to hang
You
out
don't hear
with.
many people go like, no, actually, not likable at all.
I'm a terrible
Actually,
person.
you may say that about yourself,
True. I am
Jubal.
a horrible bore.
Yeah.
You don't want to hang out with me at all. All right, Rich. We're about to call Danielle, see if we can get her on the phone, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Danielle, please?
Yeah, this is Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Nice to meet you, Danielle.
Why are you calling me?
You actually recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they emailed us because you aren't calling them back, and they desperately want to see you again.
Okay. Well, I'm dating a lot of people right now, so...
You're dating a lot of people.
Good for
Okay,
you.
so if I throw a name out there, you might know who this person is.
I mean, yeah, probably.
His name is Rich, and you guys are supposed to go to a Sounders game together.
Yeah, no, look, I told him I had an emergency.
Right. He told us all of that. But, you know, the speculation comes around to, did you actually have an emergency, or were you bailing on the date? I say that you're bailing, that you didn't like Rich and you wanted to leave.
After hearing her tone of voice, I agree.
Am I right, Danielle?
I don't... Look, if you talk to him again, just tell him it's an emergency and it's an ongoing emergency.
So you... All right.
You can't live in a constant state of emergency, Danielle. It's just not possible.
You have an eternal emergency going on that won't let you contact Rich. I hope I'm not reading into that when I think that you didn't like Rich very much.
Look, if I tell you, you have to promise that this won't get back to him, okay?
Sure.
Because I really don't want to hurt his feelings. It's just, I
Well-
was in, what?
I mean, just think about it. If you know, Rich is the person who wanted us to call you, so he's willing to hear whatever it is you have to say. But we won't tell him if it's too embarrassing.
Yeah, I really don't want to hurt his feelings.
Neither do I. I liked the guy when I talked to him. He seemed nice. I would hate to hurt his feelings.
Oh my gosh. What is it, Danielle?
Well, I mean, I just got out of a long-term relationship. I'm back on the dating scene. And like I said, I'm dating a lot, because I'm single again. And because I'm trying to be open, I gave Rich a shot. And we were at his place, like playing board games, and he's just kind of dull, he's just not very interesting. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, wow, we're playing board games, and then I'm going to have to go to this 3-hour game and listen to him.
So you thought he was boring?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. That's the truth of it. Sometimes you click with people, and sometimes you don't.
But Danielle, how long were you guys hanging out at the house before you decided that this guy was a total drag?
Like an hour, but
how can you analyze someone in just an hour?
Oh, I think you can.
Yeah, a couple minutes.
If you're not having a good time.
Okay, but don't commit to a 3-hour Sounders game then.
I know. I mean, I love the Sounders, and I thought it would be fun, but that's 3 more hours with this guy, and then it's going to get super awkward afterwards if he tries to, kiss me,
Yeah. You're like, I don't want a boring kiss. Thank you very much.
Oh, come on.
I just can't believe you lied to me.
What?
Just lied to me, straight up, just faked an emergency call, unreal.
Danielle, that's Rich.
About that.
He was actually on the other line listening.
Okay, this is not fair. You said you weren't going to tell him anything.
I didn't. You did. So I wasn't lying when I told you that. I'm sorry. But I think Rich needs to know what you think of him if he wants to go out with you so badly. Maybe now he'll leave you alone.
Oh.
I'll definitely leave you alone. I mean, I didn't think I was wasting my time with a liar. Somebody who would just only give me an hour to totally impress you and wow you. I'm glad this happened actually because it's just that's a move. I'm sorry.
Good for you, Rich.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm really sorry. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I'm not a liar. I didn't want to hurt your feelings and tell you.
The idea, that you couldn't just be straight up with somebody and just leave me hanging too.
I wasn't trying to leave you hanging. I was trying to be nice. I wasn't interested in you. I didn't want the rest of the night to be awkward, and then that's going to lead you on more. So I figured get out while I can and made up an excuse so I wouldn't hurt your feelings. That doesn't make me a huge liar. I'm really sorry.
Leave me hanging for almost 2 weeks. I've called you, I've texted you. At no point did you think maybe it would be the grown-up thing to do, tell this guy the truth so he can actually, I just can't believe it.
Okay, well, you know what? If you want the truth, then here's the truth, all right? We played Battleship on our first date, all right? That's not what a girl wants. That's not what any girl wants.
That's not
What are you talking about?
That is not true.
Brooke, I guess, loves Battleship. That's the way to Brooke's heart. I didn't know that.
Game.
I mean, you didn't even give me a chance. You didn't even give me a chance to go to the game with you and, actually show you who I was, who I am. We didn't have a chance to even go together.
I never said I didn't go to the game.
What?
You went to the game? What?
You went to the game?
Yeah, I wasn't going to tell you that I went to the game, but you're kind of being a right now. So if you really want to know, I was not clicking with you at all, and I got a message from another guy I'd been on a couple dates with.
No way.
He happened to have tickets. So, yeah, I took the chance, and I went, and I had a blast that night, and I would never have wanted to tell you that. Keep pushing.
Are you serious, Danielle, or are you just trying to be mean to Rich because you don't like him?
No, I'm not trying to be mean. I don't want to be mean, but good Lord.
You know what? You, because that's bullshit. Oh, she ended up going to the game. I sat at home worrying about you. Obviously, shouldn't have even wasted any time. You're a man. That's unreal.
Dude, Danielle.
Wow.
Do you have any remorse right now, Danielle, for this or no?
I did. I felt bad the whole time, but now I don't. I really feel like he's being so rude to me. I lied because I was trying to be nice, so I'm sorry.
Wow.
Ultimately, I'm glad because I don't have time for people like you. I don't have time to be wasting my time on some.
Yeah, Rich, you got games of Battleship to play with tons of other people.
Oh, you guys, this deteriorates
Hey,
quickly.
at this point, I would love to ask you guys if you two would go out on a second date.
Come on, Jubal.
We'll pay for it. Send you to another Sounders game or something. Danielle, are you
Absolutely
interested?
not.
No? Okay. Rich, you interested?
Hell no.
I thought for sure you guys would have gone out again.
Weird.
Well, there you go, Rich. You got your answer, man. She lied to you.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Sorry, bro.
Hey, next Sounders game, I'll go with you.
Great. That would be amazing, actually.
Yeah, no, I probably got plans, though. Probably got plans. Sorry about that.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date, Ethan is on the phone and he's not getting a call back from a girl named Alyssa. And I'm actually really surprised about it because he took her out on a beautiful spa day for their first date. They went out to lunch and then he plucked her hair from her face. You know, a lot of people, Ethan, pay good money for that. You should have maybe even grabbed some cucumbers at the restaurant and threw them on her eyes and just act like, hey, spa day, out of the blue.
Well, if we can get a hold of her, maybe I'll tell her that.
All right.
Hey, I did it for free.
Yeah, if you missed the first part. Ethan thinks he's not getting a call back because while they were eating lunch, he reached over to remove what he thought was a stray hair from her chin.
Oh, God, huge
and
mistake.
the hair was attached, and he ended up plucking a hair from her face. And it was awkward for a while, but he does say the date ended with a nice hug, and it's been about 4 or 5 days since she hasn't been responding to him. So we're going to call and find out why in just a second.
In retrospect, Ethan, do you wish you would have apologized or made a statement about the hair? Like,
I don't know, maybe. Maybe that's what I did wrong. Maybe I'm in not bringing it up and trying to be polite. I actually made it worse. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she's just embarrassed, or maybe she's just mad that you took her hair and never gave it back.
You owe me
Yeah.
a hair.
Big jerk. All right. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out why she's not getting back to you, okay?
Okay, great.
All right, man. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi. May I speak to Alyssa, please?
This is she.
Hey, what's up, Alyssa? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm good. I'm sorry, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show?
You're from a radio show? I don't understand why you're calling me.
Yes, I am from a radio show. It's called Brooke and Jubal in the morning, and I'm calling you today because we got an email from one of our listeners about you.
What?
Yeah, can you think of any reason somebody would email our show to get a hold of you?
Did they nominate me for like a makeover or something?
dude, that'd be sweet.
No.
I
no.
wish that was the case
Yeah.
for you.
We don't really do stuff like that, so
Yeah.
no makeover. I'm sorry.
I don't understand. Why would someone email you about me then?
Because you guys went out on a date, and now you're not calling him back.
What?
Yeah, equally
Yeah, his-
exciting, right?
His name is Ethan.
Oh my God.
Do you remember going out on a date with Ethan?
Yeah, that I do. I totally remember that.
Okay. Well, Ethan emailed us because he said he really enjoyed going out with you, but ever since your date, he's been trying to call you, and now you're not responding to anything, so he was wondering why.
I don't want to see him.
Is it because he plucked a hair out of your chin?
We just went straight for it, did we?
He told you that?
Yeah, he did. He said that's the reason he thinks you're not calling him back is because he plucked one of your hairs on the date.
Oh my goodness, no. That's so embarrassing.
Don't be embarrassed. We all get a stray hair from now and again.
I guess so, but why would he tell a radio station this and email you about it?
Well,
it was a big event for him.
He emailed us because he wants to get a hold of you, and we asked him why he thinks you wouldn't want to see him again, and that was the only thing he could come up with because he said you guys had a really good time other than that.
No.
No, you didn't have a good time other than that?
We did, but there's just one thing that freaked me out.
And it wasn't that he was collecting your hairs one by one?
Wait, hold up. Did he tell you he was collecting my hairs?
No, I was joking. It's just a joke because of the one hair that he pulled out.
Oh my God, my heart skipped a beat.
Yeah. No, he didn't tell us that he was collecting all of your hairs. He just thinks that's the one reason you don't want to see him.
I mean, it was completely embarrassing, but that's not what it was at all.
No? So there's more to it than that.
I don't even know if I should talk about it. I don't want to put his business out there.
Well, He wants his business put out there. Yeah. Like he actually asked us to do this so that his business could be out in the streets. So he said he's willing to hear whatever it is. So if it's on him, then you mind just telling us?
Well, okay, so what did he tell you about the date?
Well, he told us that you guys met through a matchmaker, went to lunch, and you played a game where you show each other like the last photo you took on your phone to try to break the ice. Okay.
Yes, the first photo.
All right.
Yeah, and we did that, and he showed me a picture of his nephew.
Okay.
And
Is that a problem? Was his nephew kind of ugly?
no, his nephew was cute.
Oh, okay. Deal breaker for me. Yeah.
I never want to mix my jeans with that line.
Yeah.
No, but he kept going on for the next 30 minutes. He just kept talking about having babies and kids.
Like he wants kids, like now.
Yes, he is completely obsessed with having a baby. That's what I got from it.
Really?
Like, what did he talk about?
Well, he said it was a dream of his. Anytime he's out and he sees something that he likes with baby clothes, he buys it. What? He has a stash. Yes, he has a stash in his house of baby clothes.
Are you kidding? He's a single bachelor that has a baby clothes stash?
That's what he said. He even knows the room that he's going to convert to the baby room. I mean,
He's already like nesting like a pregnant woman, like getting everything ready at the house.
Yes, he is. I mean, he told me he can't wait to hear baby footsteps coming down the hallway. Like,
whoa.
So maybe that was like a little bit too much to share.
Too much.
I don't know. Is it refreshing to you to find a guy who's interested, obviously, in family life, or is that something you don't want?
Yeah, it's refreshing to know that a guy wants to have a family someday. I do too, but it's creepy that he's collecting baby clothes. He doesn't have a baby.
I know.
Yeah.
It'd be weird for a single girl even to do that.
That's true.
Yeah,
Like if you went over to his house after your date and you open up the closet and you just see a bunch of baby clothes. It's not sexy.
Oh, what was your response to him?
I mean, my response was just to sit there and to listen to him. I mean, he's still talking about how he can't wait to hear his baby say "dada."
It's kind
Now, hang on, that's not fair.
What? Who's that?
Oh, that's Ethan. Ethan's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hey, Alyssa.
And apparently he couldn't wait any longer and had to pipe in.
No, man,
Are you
there's nothing
serious?
wrong with wanting to have a baby.
You've been listening to this the whole time?
Yeah, because you wouldn't return my calls or my texts or anything.
So you call radio station and have them call me and listen.
Well, I really liked you, and apparently you thought I was weird.
I mean, it was really weird talking about a baby that you don't have for 30 minutes. What was I supposed to say to you?
I mean, is it that weird that you would think about the baby you might have someday? For 30 minutes isn't that long to talk about babies.
I don't know. On a first date, even if I were out with a woman and she was like talking about the baby that she wanted so badly, that would scare me. It wouldn't. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't scare you, Ethan, but it would scare a lot of dudes.
Yeah, but like the matchmaker already found somebody that I knew was like really serious and wanting a commitment to, so I just figured it wouldn't scare that person off.
Well, it scared me.
Ethan, I mean, I think everyone agrees that it's sweet that you're excited about fatherhood. But the collecting of the baby clothes, do you bring that up often on a first date?
I mean, first off, to call it a collection is kind of going a little overboard. It's not a collection. It's not like I have a room full of the stuff.
Okay, so how many items?
If we're talking about just anything having to do with babies, I've got like 15 things.
Whoa.
But like they're not all, like 7 of them are onesies. And the thing is, like, everybody thinks this is a big joke, ha ha ha, it's really funny, but I'm actually prepared for fatherhood.
No, I think it's great. I just think it's great when you find out maybe like 2 months into a relationship that you're that into it.
Ethan, you even told me on a date that you already picked out the names for your kids already.
How long have you been planning this, Ethan?
I don't know why you guys think this is weird. I've been dreaming about having kids since I was a kid.
You're so sweet.
What are the names of your kids that you don't have yet, if I can ask, or is that a secret?
Well, I mean, I want to have a boy and a girl, obviously.
Oh, yeah, and you get to choose, obviously.
He said for a boy would be Ken, and he would name his girl Sanctuary.
Sanctuary and Ken.
Interesting.
The kin kind of throws me.
Yeah, it is. When you come up with sanctuary, where it is.
You guys can say whatever you want to say, but I'm probably the only guy in this room on this phone that's actually preparing for childhood. I'm not embarrassed about that. I'm not ashamed about that, and I don't think that people should reject me because of it.
I actually agree with what you're saying. I do, Ethan. I mean, he knows what he wants. He maybe gave you way too much information on the first date, and that's his bad for oversharing.
I didn't plan on having a girl named Sanctuary.
Yeah, that one you need to negotiate for sure.
Debatable. We could talk.
Well, Alyssa, would you like to go out with Ethan on another date? We will pay for it.
I don't know about all this. I mean, doesn't it seem weird to you all? This is crazy. It's creepy.
No, not at all. Like, every dude that I've known when we were kids, like, we would just sit around the playground and talk about the kids we were going to have one day.
And did they collect clothes?
Yeah, of course. It's a totally normal dude thing.
It's a little overwhelming, but I don't think that it's creepy.
I mean, Alyssa, I feel like you're not giving me a chance. I feel like we should go out again because I have proven to you that I'm an honest, straightforward guy and that I have a long-term plan.
And his clock is ticking, Alyssa. He doesn't have as much time.
I guess so. One more date wouldn't hurt.
So you'll do it. You'll go out with Ethan one more time.
I said yes. Please don't ask me again before I change my mind.
That's awesome.
Well, congratulations, Ethan.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. And thank you, Alyssa, for giving me another chance. And we can talk about Sanctuary. We'll discuss names later. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to talk about the kids again.
Good choice.
All right. Well, good luck, you guys. Keep us updated, okay?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And Alyssa?
Yes.
If he says he's on the pill, don't believe him. What do you do when you've exhausted all options in the dating world?
Oof.
When plenty of fish has thrown you back?
That's so sad.
When you've swiped so many times, you reach the end of Tinder, and then your phone explodes. That's what happens when you get to the end of Tinder.
Whoa.
Well, you have to call in the big guns and hire a matchmaker. And that's apparently what the guy on the phone for a second date did today. He found the girl that he went out with by using a matchmaker because nothing else on the planet worked for him. Ethan, was that a good recap of why you hired a matchmaker?
I guess so. It kind of makes me sound pathetic, to be totally honest.
Oh, that's not what I was going for. I was trying to make it sound like you were just using a creative method that a lot of people don't use. I wasn't trying to make it sound pathetic at all.
Well, now I'm just sad.
Yeah. It makes the girl who decided to go out with you even more pathetic than you.
Oh, well, that's a positive.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pathetic.
Yeah.
That's something. Only the really pathetic ones will go out with me.
Right.
That's great.
Your email said that you used a matchmaker. I'm just making fun of it because I don't normally see that. Usually it's like online or you meet somebody in person, but why hire a matchmaker?
You know, you mentioned Tinder and stuff like that, and I feel like even when people say they're kind of looking for relationships on those kind of sites, they're really not.
Right.
And I'm kind of over just going on dates. I want to find something serious. I got all that out of my system, you know,
Right.
and I want to settle down.
So I don't know a whole lot about matchmakers. Does that mean that the girl is also paying this woman to matchmake her?
Yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah,
Okay.
They find someone who's also using their service who matches you to the best of their ability, and then they get you in touch with each other.
Okay.
How do they figure out who to match you up with?
You have to fill out a profile, and it's a lot like the dating sites online. It's just that this person is more professional and they're more serious, and they're good at sort of figuring out really successfully who your best match is.
Oh, you sound like a pitchman because obviously it wasn't too successful. She's not calling you back.
I mean, it worked for me. I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
But apparently the woman you went out with didn't think it was as great. What's her name?
Her name's Alyssa.
Alyssa.
What'd you guys do on your date?
We went out for lunch.
Oh, that's very low key.
That's the way this matchmaker runs it. They want to make sure the first date is really easy and low key.
Okay.
And what was it like?
When I first met her, she was so pretty, I was nervous.
Oh, cute.
But the matchmaker suggested this thing to kind of break the ice. It's a game called First Photo.
First photo. And what is that? Like you show a photo when you're a kid or something?
No, it's like you each just pull up the first photo on your phone and show it to the other person.
Okay, well, I'm glad that they tell you that beforehand so you can prepare.
That could be really bad.
Oh, yeah. I had to delete a couple before the date. I'm just kidding.
So what was your first photo then?
Mine was just my nephew because I'd just seen him. And he's a good kid. And hers was her and her mom.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
First off, I was like, oh, great, she loves family too. Secondly, her mom was really hot.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's always a
And-
good sign. You end up marrying the mom.
If that's what she's going to age into, we're going to be okay.
And did you tell her that? Did you tell her how hot her mom was over and over?
No.
So what were the awkward moments on the date?
Well, okay, here's the thing. So we're eating, everything's going really well. And then I noticed there's like a hair on her face. And I'm like, A, I don't want it to fall into her food. And B, this might be a good excuse to touch her. You know?
Weird. So,
That's a weird
so
way
like
to do it.
rub her cheek?
Yeah, like, hey, you got something on your cheek. I don't want it to fall on your food. Here. And I go to wipe it off.
Are you hoping you like go to grab the hair and then you touch her cheek and time stops and then you guys make out? Is that what you hope for?
I mean, I wasn't going to say that was going to happen, but if it did, that would be fine.
Okay, so the romantic hair on her face. What happened?
Right. Well, it wasn't just on her face. It was in her face.
Okay.
It was a real hair. It was a hair coming out of her face.
Oh, man, you plucked a hair on her face?
I pulled it right out.
How big was his hair?
Oh my God.
It was big enough for me to see it across the table.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Piece of hair out of her
Where
head?
was the hair? Was it like chin area or mustache
It
area?
was like on the side of her chin, kind of.
Oh God.
Oh, wow. Was she embarrassed?
I mean, I think we were both a little embarrassed.
Oh my God, I'm
What did she
Yeah.
say?
She didn't say anything. She just kind of stared at me, and I kind of wiped my hand on the napkin, and there was just like, so anyway.
And then you just plugged through, huh?
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah. So I mean, you were able to recover.
Yes, we went somewhere else for dessert. The rest of the day went really well, and I hugged her goodbye, and it was a really nice hug. It was one of those, kind of lingered for a few seconds.
Okay. Now, was it you lingering or her? Like,
I
was she,
think it was both of us.
you didn't feel her like pushing you away and you're still holding on.
Yeah, no, nothing like that.
All right. And how long has it been since you heard from her?
It's like 4 or 5 days.
4 or 5 days. And have you tried to get a hold of her?
I've called, I've texted, and I have not heard anything. I have not brought up the hair. And,
Good.
Probably a good idea.
I thought things were going great. She seemed to really have a good time, so I honestly don't know why she wouldn't respond to me.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then find out if you got a second date or if you get ditched.
I really appreciate it, guys.
Yep, no problem. Hang on.